hairline.
Well, I guess so, yeah.
And boom, we're live.
The hairline's constantly receding.
All right, welcome to this live, guys. This one's gonna be text game masterclass. We're also gonna go over like AG's like photos and like his profile or something and critique him. And I think AG and I have like more perspective of like meeting girls in real life and texting them, and then Alex is gonna have more like meeting girls online and then texting them, and then Kevin's gonna have like meeting girls at a philosophy debate and and texting them
at a Nietzsche conference.
Yeah,
at the local Nietzsche conference.
Where should we jump
10 dudes fighting over one girl.
You guys want to play that video I posted in the group chat real quick? I thought it was pretty funny.
Let's do it.
It'll be like a quick reaction. Did any of you guys watch this yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you're gonna get genuine reactions. Yeah, it's gonna be a quick one. So more plates, more dates. I'm a big fan of this guy. Actually, I watch a good amount of his content. It's basically, and I think this highlights the issue that you see nowadays, which is like overly entitled girls who play victim when shit doesn't go well for them. So,
and when I stand up for myself,
was looking at. So
fine.
Doesn't seem to be the case, but he is, and it's in slow.
It's like right here.
Give it a little peep. So if you see a chick with a great, and then yells across the fucking gym, "Do you need something?"
Can you guys hear
anything? It was slow mode and zoomed in on, and it's like.
Nobody was looking at you any type of way. I don't own the gym. I work here. Yes. And if you're being rude, then I can call the police and have you trespass right now. Would you like that?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead, let him know.
That's what we'll do. So right now, you take the stuff and it'll come. All right, just send me some. We got
like, oh my God. Dude.
So this is like really funny. So basically what happened was this chick was like working out, and she literally like just took off her clothes. You can see she's pretty attractive. And some guy like literally looked over at her for like 1 second. He just literally looked over, and she was just like scanning the whole time to see if anyone would look at her. And this guy looked at her for like a split second, and she got like ultra confrontational. She's like, "Can I help you?" The guy's like, "No, I'm cool." He's like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Can I help you?" It's like, "Yeah, keep it moving." And then a gym employee saw this, and he just like had it. I guess he was not in good mood that day. He's like, "Man, you can leave. We're gonna call security on her." So it's just like instant karma. But the funny thing is, she posted this to her TikTok, thinking that this shows like the patriarchy or whatever, and then she just got blasted in the comments, right, saying like, "Yo, chick, yo, girl, you entitled as fuck." And now she had to make her TikTok private.
You think she would have done the same thing if she was attracted to the personal trainer, though?
I think she was looking for a reason. The way Alex presented it, sounds like she was looking for someone to just do that so she could unload onto them, which means it probably wasn't about anyone checking her out. It was probably about something else.
She was trying to activate her trap card, basically.
She wants to unload.
Did you guys see that part where she was like taking her shirt off, and then she was like, "Oh, how dare you? Can I help you?" It's like she's like inviting.
We need the fresh and fit. How dare you?
How dare you?
Yeah, you know
that's not fresh and fit, bro. I told you this before. That's Greta Thunberg, that autistic Swedish child that the climate. I
like
climate people were using to try to push their narrative.
She's like an adorable little Scandinavian. Yeah, it's also another funny thing. This is later in the video. So people were like in the comments going in on her. They're like, "Yeah, like, don't you think you overreacted?" And dude, this is what she said. She's like, "Well, I felt in danger because the gym is 99% male. So this was a safety thing." So let me get this straight. You decided to start a fight with a man who looked at you for a split second because of your safety? Like, she just played that.
Gyms are known for high levels of assault. It's very common there. Pretty sure.
I mean, clearly she just, that's kind of like a trend on TikTok to be like, "Oh, this asshole guy. Excuse me, I'm working out here." And, that's basically what's happening. Yeah.
It's gone viral basically a number of times, videos like that, where a girl shows a guy being a creep in the gym, which, hey, some guys are creeps in the gym. It does happen. But it's, it's opportunism.
Well, half the time I imagine it's probably staged. Like, I imagine like 99% of TikTok is staged.
It's like the Lambo pranks. Like, if you actually do it, it fails completely. But when you stage it, it looks really cool and goes viral. So in the future, she needs to have a male friend who can creep on her so she can
there's this
what
one guy on
get the guy to look at her for more than a split second. Like, actually have him stare at her instead of just like look over. What the fuck?
Dude, there's this one guy on TikTok. I don't know his name. I just see he uploads YouTube shorts, but it's this like dude where he has these two girls on either side of them, and he tries to set. It always just happens to be that one of them has a boyfriend, the other one doesn't, and then he has the one with the boyfriend, the one without the boyfriend. Sorry, to like act like she's hitting on the boyfriend, and then they have them like confront each other. It just happens over and over again. It's clearly staged. That's why I fucking hate the internet, man. It's like you try to produce high quality content, nobody gives a fuck, but then you just stage bullshit and you get millions of views.
And then
that's what we got to start doing, man. We just got to start staging shit.
And then you go through the headache
staging infields,
like filming real infield, and you go out for days and you deal with all the headache, and then people just say it's staged anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So let's just, it doesn't matter. Let's buy
whether
some escorts
or
and have them say what we want them to say.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was funny. But yeah, we can jump into the texting stuff. So where should I have a few examples. I know you guys have a few examples. Where do you think we should start?
Mine is just in a YouTube unlisted YouTube video. But yeah, I can go whenever, I guess. I mean, so maybe we should first set up like, okay, well,
yeah, that's a good
people
idea.
Coming into this, what is a texting masterclass, right? Is that like, just talking about what's the best texting, like what aspect of texting? Are we talking about closing or what, like opening a conversation via, dating apps or what?
Texting masterclass is when you make fun of Coach Whitebill for an hour. That's a texting a masterclass. No, I mean, I think what we should do is kind of go.
You need numbers to be able to text them, so that wouldn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we should.
We won't have anything to roast.
I think we should go over the overarching principles behind what we believe good texting is, and then the common mistakes we see guys making. So I guess I'll go first, right? So here are some in no particular order. I think one good rule is, generally speaking, matching girls' level of investment or being slightly lower. It doesn't have to be like, you don't have to do like verbatim, but I think like if a girl's sending you one text and you're sending her 3 texts, like that's a problem. So generally speaking, your level of investment. And I think the problem is when you start to chase a girl like that, they actually pull away, right? So the more you chase, the more they pull away. Sometimes the best way to get a girl to chase is to actually pull away yourself, and then they fill in. So I think that's one thing. I think number 2 is being purposeful, like understanding why you're doing. A lot of time, guys are just sending texts and they don't know why they're sending it. Like you'll ask them, like I'll be like, "Hey, why did you send that text?" "I don't know." Right? That's usually the response. "Oh, I don't know, man." Right? There should always be a purpose, and that purpose could be building investment, setting up a date, coordinating logistics, sexualizing, but there should always be a purpose to why you're doing what you're doing. I think another big one is sticking to the fundamentals. And what I see as the fundamentals of texting are this, right? I think it's opener, right, which should be short, sweet, and simple. Building investment, right, and that's banter, vibing, rapport. Screening, potentially, right? I think screening is good. Setting up the date in an optimal way, like smoothly closing and confirming. That's it. Everything else is an extra. Sexualizing, extra. Qualifying, extra. Everything else is just an extra, which can be good. I think those are like the key fundamentals that guys quite often don't master when they try more advanced concepts. So those are like some quick ones off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a couple points to add on to that for like the real life stuff too. Is the better your interaction is, the less text game you need. I'm sure, AG, you have a ton of texts like this where it's literally you've already fucked the girl, and then your first text is, "Hey, it's Avery," right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you've already fucked her, you don't. I mean, she's gonna be chasing you unless, unless you're not doing
your in-person interaction is. The next thing is that text game is a continuation of the interaction. People always think it's like some different voodoo thing, but literally it's just continuation. I have this thing. It's called it's a CRM for dating, where basically I have like I'll take notes on the girl and like what platform I'm messaging her on, etc., and just like 5 little things about her so that I can always call back to something like, "Hey, how's your nephew doing? Hey, how's what's it called? What's that soccer team? Like Manchester United? How's your team doing? Whatever." And then the other thing is start messaging a lot of girls. Like my optimal would be like without a tracking system would be like 5 girls. Have at least 5 girls you're talking to. That way you have like more verbal fluidity with like the other girls. Because if you only have one girl you're talking to, you overvalue every message. It's like this weird like mental thing where you're like, "Oh, what is the optimal?"
Right.
Whereas if you're texting like 5 girls, you have more like banter about it.
Yeah, I agree with all that. And yeah, I agree. The better the interaction, the higher the level of attraction, the less text game you need. Yeah. And this applies with online dating too. If you have a really good profile, you need less text game than a guy who has a shitty profile.
Yeah, that's something I'm noticing lately. I mean, I've never had the best profile, but recently, I know you're not the biggest advocate of photo feeler, which we may disagree on that to an extent, but I got my recent pictures are like a 9.6. I've got one that's a 9.6, one that's a 9.5 rated by women, which is much higher than I had before. And I did an experiment. I just said, hey, we should get a drink. What's your number? To like 20 girls. And like 8 of them immediately were just like, yeah. And I didn't have to do anything, right? There was zero effort in the text game, but it was, since my profile was like 3 times better than before, I was getting far more responses than I expected.
Chad privilege.
Yeah. Sorry, Black Killer. Sorry, sub 5s. Go to Thailand. It's your only hope.
Yeah. Dude, for me, I don't know. I'm like, again, I see a lot of success with online dating, so I'm pretty aggressive with my texting. I sexualize pretty quickly. So it's either that or just like, it's like, I don't understand. Maybe you guys have the same perspective. I don't understand when guys like try to have like, oh, so where are you from? What's your favorite color? Like, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, if anything, you're like decreasing the amount of things you can actually find out about each other on a date. So I try to, especially if it's like very visual platform like Tinder or Bumble or whatever. I think it's best to try to set the date as quickly as possible, sexualize it in the sense of like making it funny, like sexual innuendos and stuff. And then that way, you know, the prudes go away. And yeah, that's the way that I do it.
There should definitely be a level of mystery that's left. I like to do kind of similar to that, open looping. So basically, like a girl will be like, "Oh my god, can you tell me?" Like, she'll be like, "What do you do for work?" "Oh, I'm a sex."
I'll tell you on the date.
Yeah. She'll be like, "Oh, like how does that work?" I'll be like, "Oh, it's a long story. One best told over a bottle of wine." Or like, "Oh, I'll tell you on the date." Right. So I do a lot of that, and I think that's pretty good. It's just like setting it up and then using that as like, I don't know, an open loop.
So
for you though, Alex, go to Thailand. Yeah. Don't you have all the girls come over directly to your place, Alex? Do you even like go on dates anymore?
Well, no, not every girl. I mean, first of all, let's get this straight. I've been banned from every dating app pretty much except Field for the last 5 months. So.
Really? Wait, you don't have a way around that?
Because
like you haven't been able to subvert that somehow?
Yeah, no, I've tried. It just gets banned within a day or two. I've had other people create the accounts for me. I think it has to do with
elk meat.
I think it has to do with the fact that girls in my area recognize my photos, and they're like, "Oh, that's the YouTube guy." And I'm pretty sure what I'm doing is against like the terms of service, which is the screenshots. But I'll still meet up with chicks from Seeking or Field, and yeah, like I would say 50% of them come over, 50% of them is a public date, or sometimes it'll be like. I'll always push for the straight to the house date, but sometimes the girl will be like, "Oh, I don't really feel comfortable doing that." So then I'll do a compromise. I'll be like, "Oh, I have a great idea." She'll be like, "What is it?" "Why don't we take my dog for a walk? And then if you feel comfortable, you can come up afterwards." And half the time when we do that, we don't even go for the walk. I just come up and I'm like, "Oh, I left my dog inside." And then like we never even go for the walk.
Dude, the sacrifices that you make to provide the content to the masses, bro. Damn. That fucking
you guys should be fucking grateful.
Like,
the sacrifices I make to be lazy.
Yeah. You better they better buy the course because like you've sacrificed your own online dating profiles to be able to make them that fucking course.
Yeah, that's what I also what I've done in the last 6 months is I've outsourced pretty much like 95% of my text game. So I have assistants who do all the early parts for me because I just think it's so time consuming, right? Like running all this high volume. So I think if you're in a position where you can do that, it's definitely advantageous. And I just pay them a commission system for like every date they set up for me. I kind of like doing that, or I'll give them like a little bit of free coaching.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I was wondering about that because it's so time consuming and it's so repetitive. It's like such a time sink, and it's not like a super high difficulty skill set. Like you could just teach someone to do that. Did you find a VA and just teach them game?
It was guys in my mastermind group, guys who already have decent skills, and they're like, I don't know, they're like fans of mine. So
I have friends that live in other countries, and that's what they do. They find like a local guy, and they'll teach him game, and that local guy will do the texting for them because they know all the slang and stuff.
There might be a business idea here. There might
It's
be
definitely a learning process. I've
service.
gone through a lot of assistants. A lot of them get burned out because they can't handle like whatever. I guess the pressure of setting up my dates. I don't know, but
I would hire someone to do that. Like there might be potential there because I don't keep up with all my matches. Like half of them, I just forget to text them back, and I lose those leads because I can't keep up with it.
If only there was another way to meet girls.
Yeah, if only there was a way to just go out and like bring a girl home with you that same night. I don't know.
yeah, that would be awesome. But come on, guys, we live in the real world, not the fantasy world.
Back to reality.
Back to reality, boys. Oh yeah. So okay. So what are some of your Avery? What are your some overarching principles for texting?
I avoid texting as much as possible. I mean, I'm like
Step
being
one,
good
avoid
at
it.
game helps with texting. Like being good at game helps with texting because as you get wittier, as you get better at just coming up with like repartee or whatever, that translates to texting, being able to come up with a clever response. But I'm not like what I do is I try to make the interaction so solid that all I have to do is confirm. So most of the girls I meet in real life, and I make the interaction really solid, and then I make plans. Bad idea. Then I make plans for a date while I'm still talking to the girl, and then all I have to do is confirm on text. I don't have to convince her of anything.
What I really don't like about that strategy is that like you know what the girl looks like before you meet up with her, and then like you don't get that really fun experience of where you think you're meeting with a hot girl and she turns out to be a secret fatty. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like you're missing out on that.
That's the fun of online dating.
I feel like you're really missing out on that. And I just, you're entitled to your own preferences, but that's like really key.
Schrodinger's fat chick. Until
like
you
a
actually
wheel
meet
you're
up with
spinning
her in
around.
your mind, she's super hot. And then as soon as you open the door to that restaurant, wherever you see her sitting there, then the reality's confirmed. Either she actually is hot or she's something else.
My first online date that I ever did when I was 18, it was on like, what were the old apps? Like Plenty of Fish or something, which is now all whales. But the girl, she was 20 in her pictures. She was over 50 in real life. That was my first online date. And I didn't go on another one for years after that. It was just like, this is ridiculous.
You couldn't tell that those pictures were like super old.
They were,
like
black
a
and white. I should have
sort of
seen that as a
filter on
red
there.
flag, but
Yeah, man.
So okay, so blah blah blah. Essays for chicks who are let me see this.
Plenty of
Essays
whales.
for chicks who are looking for dudes who feel like they have a lot of money, but it's still possible. It's definitely possible. I do it all the time. I've never spent a single dollar. I sometimes I'll get them an Uber and then you an Uber ride to my place, but I've never spent a single dollar like actually on a girl I'm seeking.
I bought an essay girl ice cream.
Simp.
And I took photos of her.
Yeah, I've never spent a single dollar, so it's definitely doable. But it's a whole different ballpark. It's quite different. But okay, so Avery, when you're messaging the girls, I know you said you're not trying to do as much texting. Are you doing a little bit of callback though? Like, okay, you get a chick's number, and what's your first text? Do you just send her your name, or you do some callback humor?
Yeah, so usually I text her my name right away. Sometimes I'll actually especially if there's drinking involved, a good little trick is I will put my number in her phone and I'll text myself, and I'll text myself something that benefits me, like see you tomorrow at 6 p.m., right? I'll text myself what I want her to remember. And then if she doesn't even remember the night before, she might think, oh, wait, I already made this conscious commitment to meet at 6 p.m. So she sees it coming from her end. So that helps make it a little bit more solid. But I just make sure she knows my name, so I'm not texting her the next day like, oh, by the way, this is Avery from the thing. Do you remember me? That's not ideal. So I prefer to have her already have my name. And the first text, if there is something from the interaction that sticks out, like there was some clever thing, yeah, that is the best opener. Like that's the best way to start, some callback. But if I don't have that, I just basically confirm the plans.
Here's my
I don't rely on that.
Here's my strategy for cold approach numbers. It's quite similar. I get I within an hour I text her my name, and then I do a little bit of callback humor to the interaction.
That's Austen's specialty, by the way.
Referencing something that happened during your interaction. And then I kind of feel out her level of investment. If the level of investment is decent, I go straight to setting up the date. If I feel like the level of investment is a little bit lower, then I'll do like voice memos or something like that, or just try to build investment, kind of build it back up. And then I set up the date. But yeah, I try to keep it pretty straightforward. I don't go as sexual when texting cold approach numbers as I do with online, generally speaking. Of course, there's some exceptions, but I still
I very rarely do unless she's hinting at it. Yeah,
but I still always invite the cold approach chicks straight over, and they come over like half the time.
Yeah, cold approach doesn't make much sense to sexualize out of nowhere, especially because you already met them. But like online, it's already like, as far as I'm concerned, until we meet up, you're literally an NPC. So it's like, I'm just gonna say whatever. Seriously, I mean, that's the way that I view like the world too. I know that sounds weird, but that helps me. That helped me with my approach anxiety. Is like I assume everybody around me is an NPC until proven otherwise. Until you have a conversation with them, then there's actually like an actual playable character. And I do the same thing with online. But yeah, I actually I don't know if I developed this habit because I was overseas for a while, but I mostly dated tourist girls. And regardless of that, when you're overseas, you can't use SMS, you can't use numbers. So most people use social media. So especially Westerners that are traveling around, we use Instagram. So I basically only ask for Instagrams now. Same thing with cold approach. I do that too.
Mr. Student, just email it to me, playingwithfirechannel@gmail.com, and we could potentially pull it up if we have time.
Yo, I'm gonna answer a couple of these questions. This guy says, "What's callback humor?" So that's basically if you talk to a girl in real life, or even if you talk to her online, you're basically calling back to something that you laughed about earlier. So basic thing in humor is like if you just repeat the joke, it's oftentimes funny. So like if I meet some Russian girl and I joke about her being a spy, I'm late, and then I get her number. It's my thing. It's my phone wiretap now.
Jesus Christ, dude! You have to try to be considerate and sensitive to the climate. I mean, like it's not cool.
So yeah, callback humor is basically what comedians do in their stand-up, where they'll have a joke at like the beginning of their set, and then like toward the end they'll mention something that will only make sense if you saw the beginning, right? So you can do the same exact thing with interactions, basically like an inside joke almost.
So this one, would you reschedule on a date on a girl who flakes on plans made /date? So I have like it depends on the girl type of thing. If I can tell a girl's more validation chasing type of girl, I'll pull out like the daddy frame, be like, listen, I don't appreciate when girls don't respect my time. Sorry, I'm not gonna follow up with you. Something like that. I can actually find the direct line if you guys want. Okay, this is it. Like, yeah, I find it immature when girls can't follow through with their plans. Peace. And then if she goes, oh no, I'm sorry, I was just blah, 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 qualify. Then I'll go, listen, I'll give you another chance, but you have to promise you'll be there on time. And then oftentimes I'll have like same day, the girl like fucks up with that. And then I send that line and then she'll come and meet me that night. But I do generally do like a escalation. So like the first thing will be like, I think this is Alex's line. Then our love will have to wait till another night. Or I'll just say, cool, no worries. Good luck on the studying or good luck on the blah, blah, blah.
Good luck on begging the chat guy.
Yeah. -10 points for you. Stuff like this. And then, yeah. Because like what he said, Alex, so this is if you guys we're going to Masterclass, so let's go deeper. Oftentimes when a girl flakes on you, it's either because she's meeting up with another guy or she's meeting up with her friends, right? So usually that means that she doesn't take you that seriously and she's not valuing your time. So one of the things I'll say in that case is like, okay, no worries, I'll make other plans. And then if you just go out and you like show like a fun night that you're having on Instagram, the girl will be like, she'll get a little FOMO, or she'll be like, God, this guy really doesn't give a fuck that like I postponed or flaked or whatever. And then she'll start to value your time more. And the key is you don't immediately follow up. Most guys, if a girl says, I can't do Thursday, they go, can you do Friday? And she goes, no. And you, can I do Saturday? So they don't build up any more like good vibes.
Negative investment loop.
Again.
Negative compliance.
Yeah, they're literally just they're needed too bad. It shows that their life isn't abundant.
Yeah.
Usually I don't really put in any effort, right? If a girl like flakes, I'm like, cool, no big deal. And then ideally she's on my Instagram or my Snapchat and I post something funny. She replies and then it's kind of back on. Another one I've had work. I mean, there was one girl, she looked like Gal Gadot. She was really hot and I really wanted to put some effort in. She flaked twice. And so I just said, delete my number. And then after that, she sent me like 2 paragraphs about how she's so sorry. I'm just blah, 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 blah. I was like, and then I set up a date for the next day and we smashed. So that's also worked. It's just instead of like doubling down and trying harder, you pull away and say, you know what? I have a boundary for this and have a nice life.
When girls get that fear of loss, oftentimes their behavior completely changes. And that's in real life too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's
something very few guys will use because they're in such a scarcity mentality.
When
guys, I'm going to leave this podcast.
when a chick flakes, usually guys
No, please stay.
do one of two things. The first thing is they get butthurt and they like rage, and that's a common mistake. The second one is they start chasing her, right? Oh, it's okay, no worries. What about Friday, right? So that's like 95% of the guys that she flakes on. So if you just avoid doing those two things, you're already going to stand out. But I think also it's very important to look at the context, right? When she flakes, is she offering another date? Like, is she saying, hey, sorry, can't make it tonight? Or saying, hey, sorry, my dog got hit by a car. Is there any way we can do tomorrow night? Like, those two should be handled pretty differently. If the girl is offering to reschedule and she's taking initiative, and it's the first time, I'll just typically just like maybe tease her a little bit. I'll be like breaking my heart, but then I'll just go with it. If the girl is not like offering and looks just like a random flake, I'll hit her with some kind of a takeaway. So I might say, I genuinely didn't take you for the flaky type. Or I might say, if you're too nervous, I understand. Some kind of a takeaway, which is kind of similar to what Austen was saying. And that usually works pretty well. Because again, you're not the two mistakes guys make when they get flaked on, either they rage quit or they start chasing. So as long as you don't do those two things, you're already going to stand out.
And that's useful in real life interactions too, is having having her have that sense that you might leave. I had a girl do this to me once, and it just really got me to kind of get a little neurotic. I told her this story and she's like, wow, that's a huge red flag. And then she walked away for a while. And she came back to talk to me later. But the fact that she pulled away that way made me so much more invested in the interaction, because I sensed that she was down to just get the fuck out if I said the wrong thing.
If any of you guys want people to compliment you on your looks more, just become a dating coach, and then literally every guy will just say that you're, top 10.
Is that what you get? Because that's not exactly what I get. I get compared to the ugliest guys you could imagine.
I just get constantly asked when I'm getting my hair transplant. That's like the running question. Hey, Alex, so when are you getting that hair transplant? It seems to be like
I get that a lot too. No, basically with the black pill guys, especially, is whatever's convenient to their argument, right? So if they're trying to make you feel bad because they're so self-conscious about their looks, they'll be like, oh, he's not nearly as good looking as he thinks he is. And then with me in the Coach White Pill situation, they can't acknowledge that it's possible I have better game than Coach White Pill. And they're literally just like, it's only because he's better looking than he is. It's like whatever fits their argument, So
it's very bipolar.
Depending on the day, either you're extremely ridiculously handsome or you're ugly as sin.
Well, no one can be as handsome as Coach White Pill. Send me an email, playingwithfirechannel@gmail.com, and if we have time, we can definitely pull it up.
The amount of times you've mentioned that one guy has probably doubled his subscriber count.
Most likely.
Yeah, dude, I don't even mention him that often. Alex,
that's like
bring him up all the time.
That's charity. You're helping him out.
The person didn't enter my reality until I entered this podcast.
It's just such comedy gold. We can't help ourselves.
Yeah.
All right, do you guys want to bring up the examples and stuff now? I'm sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
The chat is.
All right, let's. Whose trivia do first? You guys want me to just pull up mine first?
Why not?
All right, I just got two. And this is in the forums. By the way, guys, if you want to get people always email me their text interactions, like, hey man, can you give me feedback or DM me? And I can't really do that. But if you guys post in the forums, I will legitimately comment and give you my feedback for free. Right? I don't charge people for that. So
why? I wouldn't do that, but that's nice of you.
That's like my way. Well, I love.
You have 100,000 subs, bro. You don't have time for that kind of shit. People got to pay.
Well, I don't do it. When I first created the forums, I used to be on there twice a day. Now I do it 2 or 3 times a week, which I would like to do it more. But that's kind of my little thing is the forums, because I created them and shit. So I want to make sure they stay good. Okay, girl blocks me. Feedback for improvement. Right. So let's take a look at this. Can you guys all see this?
So is that you or someone?
No, it's not me. Come on.
I was gonna
say, boy, how's yogic life going? No yogic life working at the moment. Too bad. I was looking forward to doing some yoga practice with you. Where are you now, Mumbai? So this is a little bit of an example of low investment, right? But so then I guess he sent her a meme.
Where is he? Is he in Mumbai?
I don't know, but I don't think so. But I guess we'll figure it out.
I know you find messaging girls who are living next to you or living close to you.
Yeah, that's a key requirement. If the girl's not in my city or doesn't have a plane ticket to come to my city in next month, I don't bother talking to her. I just say, add me on Instagram, message me when you come to Miami. And They never do. Okay, not a fan of Women's Day. Every day is Women's Day, I guess. Well said. And the woman is back in town. Not yet. Up for a call tonight. It's been a while. I am shooting. So this is like an example of like chasing though. Like the chick is not in the city. Like I wouldn't even be like, cool, hit me up when you're back, or hey, when are you coming back? And the girl says, and just hit her up then. Like there's no point in like trying to like keep this interaction going with a chick you've never met, who's not in the same city as you. Up for a call tonight. It's been a while. Like I don't know. Like it's just he's just kind of chasing. Hectic with the recent what about you? And he also cut a lot of these screenshots. I'm good too. Cool. Are you into traveling? Like these are the kind of generic questions I always avoid. Like, hey, what do you do for fun? Are you into traveling? Like I don't like to do like interview questions or like just make small talk for the sake of small talk. She's like, yep, I do. Good. Thing is, I'll be in Dubai in August for conference. There's a yoga event as well. It'd be nice to go to another yoga enthusiast. I know it's random, but no trust. So it's cool if you're on. Okay, so this is again like a yoga, like he's trying to set up a date for like a foreign city at a yoga event. Like this is like pure scarcity. She's like, "Are you participating? I don't mind. In fact, I've
wait, hold on. Can you go back really quickly?
Yeah, sure.
That third text is disastrous. I think. I don't know about you guys, but I know we barely like he just made it weird. That's not weird to ask somebody to hang out, and then all of a sudden he's bringing it up that it might be weird. I don't know what you guys think about it. I would never send something like that.
I would not send it, but yeah.
So I know we barely know each other, so it's cool if you don't want to hang out with me. No, bitch. I don't want her. I don't want that to cross her mind at all, especially for me bringing that up.
So I call this answering objections that don't exist. Guys often do this. They try to answer objections that haven't even like existed yet. And yeah, I'm not a fan of doing that. Like, hey, do you want to grab a drink at my place? Yeah, sure. By the way, I know you're worried that I'm going to rape you, but I'm totally not. It's like you're answering an objection that doesn't exist yet, right? Like, and you're putting it in her mind. So this is not the worst case of this I've ever seen. Far from it, but it follows that like logical. Whatever.
But I'm push pulling her, bro. I'm push pulling her.
All right. In fact, I plan for makeup course for how many days? Yep, we should get to know each other. No, interesting. When do you plan? Yes, we should and do want to take you on a date sometime, and it says the vibe better. It's too formal in my opinion. Oh yeah, hi. Any plans for? I'm in Colada. Go. We should plan something. Sure. What's your schedule looks like this weekend? I don't even know if they're in the same city. Love the tentativeness. Smiley face. What's the hesitation, woman? Ooh, yeah, that's not good. Like woman, like that just comes off like he's probably trying to be playful. That comes off insulting. Like, what's the hesitation, woman? Like, don't say that. Like, woman or girl.
Dude, he's asserting his dominance. He's just being
say
alpha,
female,
bro.
Like a real man.
That's how high value.
So many horrible things going on at the same time. It's like he's in massive scarcity. They're not in the same city. He like doesn't know the English language that well. Like there's so many.
This is about 2 steps away from straight up Bob's and Vegana ? Right? Like they're not in the city. There's no relevance to anything. It's very desperate. It's not good.
Well, since we're not in the same city, can you send me some Bob's and Vagine? What's your hesitation, woman? This is in my opinion. The what's your hesitation, woman is the worst text she sent. And look at like now she becomes confrontational, which you would expect her to do. What hesitation, dude? Are you hesitating? So now it's confrontational. Now you're being cute. You do realize our hot date. Oh. And so now this is also, this is bad. If you're going to call a girl out or confront her, the last thing you want to do is backtrack when she flips it on you. So if he is going to go down this weird like line of questioning, so I would have just said he has to commit to it. So when she says, what's hesitation, dude? Are you hesitating? I'll be like, no, I'm legitimately interested in meeting you, but you seem like you're not sure what's up or something like that. Like you got to follow through with it. You can't just like backtrack and like just drop it because then that's like even worse. Date, I don't remember planning anything like that. Now she's getting more feisty. Seems like senility has struck early. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, like also you gotta be careful that you don't like insult a girl. Like some of the stuff you can get away with in real life because you can see that you're kidding. But over text, you have to keep in mind she has no way of seeing your facial expressions, feeling shy. Seems like that you are mad. That's pretty correct observation. And then I guess
isn't even text game anymore. This is just him like being rude.
Yeah, and then
honestly,
she blocked
that's a pretty solid insult. I might have to use that one. Not in a girl that I'm interested in, but
I like how
just accusing them of becoming senile at a young age.
Yeah, no, that's pretty bad. But yeah, so I think this guy fucked up in multiple situations. Multiple mistakes were made. Let's take a look at one more that I have. It's called No Response. How did I do here? Okay, let's take a look. I like this innocent little aesthetic you have going on. It's an interesting opener. Well, thank you, haha. You're welcome. You know, I've always had a little thing for Australian girls. Always, huh? That seems sus. That's a shit test right there. That's clearly a shit test. Yes, I find them to be passionate, feisty, and great lovers. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, yeah, that's not the worst way. Yeah, I mean, I might have said something different. I've been like, what's sus about a cute Australian girl? I might have been like a little bit more matching her energy, but that's fine. Yeah, those are some words that fit me nicely. Good to know. Are you visiting Houston? Nah, I moved yesterday. Cool. We should celebrate. Sure. What's your schedule like? I'm free till July. Haha. What's gonna make our love even easier? Well, how? Oh, well, that's good. How does Saturday or Sunday night sound? The only issue I see so far is her investment is very minimal. It could still work. And then she said, and then she doesn't respond. Don't think too hard now. And then she disappears. So yeah, I think the issue here is he didn't really do any major mistakes. It's just low investment. So I would have probably built up more investment from her before going for the close. It can still work if the girl's low investment, but at the very least, if the girl's being low investment like that, I'll typically move it to text because sometimes actually just moving a chick from a dating app to text can in of itself make a difference in her level of investment. Like some chicks are just weird about messaging on apps, but when you text them, they invest more. But yeah, I think like it was a premature close and like she just basically again disappeared.
What did that say? That's going to make our love easier?
Yeah.
That seemed uncalibrated to me.
Yeah, that seemed kind of weird and random.
Well, he was saying the fact that she lives there now. I mean, I thought that part was okay. I thought it was more just like the lack of investment and premature close. Those are the two I had.
All right, let's.
Well, I just don't really understand why he would say that'll make our love easier. Like, I don't know.
Well, because she
just seems weird to me. As soon as I saw that, I was like, huh?
Because she's already low investment, and then love is such a high investment word. That's why it seems off to me.
Unless they were like role playing something before.
Through text, I mean, I legitimately thought that text was okay. I guess it was just more of like the. I saw the issue as like a lack of investment, but maybe it rubbed her the wrong way for some reason. I don't know.
All right, so let me close my hentai real quick, and then. I will do a screen share.
Just get us all collectively banned.
Porn.
That's a good way to go out.
Maybe I can put in a Maybe I could just say, oh, they're
Austen, you're muted, so we're going to hear
there's something wrong with it.
I said I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
That's ironic.
I have so many examples like this.
For some reason, I heard you spend a lot of time on your knees.
Well,
got him.
Got me.
All right, is this working?
Yeah, I just need to zoom in on it.
Zoom. Can you read it now?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
All right. So this is from Tinder. The girl says, "Is that zoomed enough?" All right. The girl says, "How are you enjoying your visit?" And this is from like a long ass time ago, as you can see with the timestamp.
This is you.
So I said, I'm here for a few months. Are you visiting? Nothing too crazy. She opened, so I'm kind of letting her do the work. She said, I'm possibly moving here. I'll see how the work situation pans out. What brings you on here? And I said, morbid curiosity. I went on an online date when I was 18, but she was twice the age of her profile. True story. And I asked what brings her here. Then she said she's looking for casual fun. I find that it's better when we can chat to find out if our interests meet, and et cetera, et cetera. Let's see.
Can you zoom in a little bit more, Avery?
Yeah.
There we go. You don't have to go crazy with it. Yeah, that's good right there. That's good.
I'm a bit of a boomer, so.
I can tell.
Yeah. All right. I feel like the interesting part's the end. See something about it. Okay, so she says this app is a glitch factory. She reopened the conversation. You're sexy. Why didn't we ever hook up? And by the way, sorry, Black Pillars, for that one. And I say, that's a good question. Let's do something about it. I just finished a book, so I have some time this week, which is true. The book is about picking up chicks, which she probably isn't aware of, but that's okay. And then I say, when are you available to do something in the next few days? So what do you think about that?
I think it's fun, but I would have kept it more short and succinct. So when she said, "You're sexy, why didn't we ever hook up?" I would have said, "Thank you. That's a good question. I'm not sure, but we definitely need to do something about that." Right? I would have been a little bit more succinct.
So this is where it's at now. She said, "I'm free late after work. Let's see if we are looking for the same things in bed. I'm really just looking for regular casual fun." And she's actually pretty hot. So that's where it's at now. And I haven't replied to that one.
Avery's like, "Damn, I'm looking to get pegged, so I don't know if this is going to work out."
Yeah, I could give that a shot. Do you have anyone have a suggestion?
Yeah, I'm really looking for regular casual fun. I would say, perfect. Same here. I mean, I would probably try to move her to this. Is this on text or on the app?
This is on the app.
I would probably try to get her off the app. So I wouldn't say perfect. Same here. Shoot me your number and we can set something up. Like I'll probably do that because especially with the more DTF girls, you want to get them off the app because sometimes they just wind up railing a bunch of other dudes and then like they don't check the app. So I think you got to get her off the app. And then from there, it's just logistics. I mean, she's down. Like you don't want to sell someone who's already sold. So from there, I would just like literally just stick to logistics.
So you would ignore the "let's see if we are looking for the same things in bed" part?
I would assume that you are. I would say perfect. You can say something like perfect. Let's find out. Let's find out the fun way. Shoot me your number and I'll text you or something.
There we go. That makes sense to me. Don't ask, "Are you into pegging?" ? Save
that for the second date.
Okay, this one I don't know why I screenshotted this one, but hi, how are you? What for Bumble when the girl opens first? What's
but the only thing that could change
feeling suicidal?
For Bumble, a text that I like, which only works for Bumble, is I was waiting for you to message me with a winky face.
Okay.
That's a good one.
So this is actually an opener. I've been experimenting with a bunch of different ones because I don't want to have to like come up with a unique one with every girl. So I'm trying some copy paste ones. And this was from Ultimate Man Project, but the way they worded it was really weird. So I just kind of shortened it. And I was surprised it has gotten a lot of good responses. Like it has been more effective than I thought. So it's, "Hey, I typically enjoy a more wild and spontaneous girl, but I couldn't resist how adorable you look." And she says, "Haha, well, thank you, I think. Haha. You missed wild and spontaneous, Jess, by about 2 years." So what do you think about that opener and where would you go from there?
I'd unmatch her since she's not wild and spontaneous anymore. Just kidding.
I would actually take this with the other extreme. But also I have a more goofy sense of humor. So I'd say something like, "Perfect. I can't wait till we get our homestead and put 7 babies in you." Something like this.
I like that.
Traditional conservative lifestyle.
Yeah. I've been looking for.
Let's watch some Matt Walsh and lecture people why they need to get married and stop having casual sex.
I've been looking for a base trad wife to start a homestead with.
I might say something like, I think we can get her back. We just need a bottle of wine or something like that.
I was also thinking about this, but then what does that sound like? It sounds like you're trying to make her like be slutty mode again.
But she wants to be a slut.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Like, I'm sure spontaneous Jess is still in there somewhere. Let me see if I can. Yeah.
Let's see if 4 inches is deep enough to get in there to get that side out. All right. So this one is another opener that I've had a pretty I don't know where I got it. I don't remember. It's pretty ineffective. I don't recommend it. But this girl, super hot, and it actually worked. So you look like the kind of girl I'd let ruin my life. And she says, "Okay, if that's what you want." And then you give me what I want and I'll give you what you want. And a little bit of an implication there. And then I think I was on NoFap and I was feeling like really horny one night. So I just tried to number close every girl. So that's I wouldn't have normally sent that text, but I was just going straight for it with every single girl. Like, "Let's get a drink. What's your number?" And it actually worked. Like, I got a bunch of numbers from it, so it worked surprisingly well. But she replies, "And what do you think I want? ?
A man that will make you feel comfortable, but also give you 37 squirting orgasms per hour.
37 per hour. All right.
I might go the humorous route.
Do you think that's enough?
I don't know if I could promise 37. Bro.
Like you need to have like a 5-gallon bottle of water. Like if she's gonna be able to produce that much
just
liquid,
make sure
you gotta
she's
be
like
just
chugging
like
water the
drowning
whole
her in
time.
liquid.
Just collect all the fluid and then funnel it back into her.
Yeah,
Like
good
feedback
point.
system.
I mean,
By the way, liquid, it is important. Hydration. Like if you're having trouble with that and you're trying to get the squirting orgasms, water helps.
I mean, my is to go humor here. And what do you think I want? I might say something. Access to my meme collection and
to my what?
Like I don't know. Like so I would just go something humorous. I might say
Andrew
something.
knows how to order at Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Or like also, I mean, you asked for her number and then she said, "And what do you think I want?" You can say my number. You know,
a little too cocky.
My number.
I think she's asking more in the general sense, like what she wants in dating.
One little.
Yeah, but sometimes you know, like that's sort of a strategy. I mean, you guys work in sales, you know that. Like sometimes when a prospect asks a certain question that you think is just like not really related to what's going on, like I won't say you necessarily ignore it, but you'll maybe answer like a different question. You know, I don't know.
This to me, I mean, it seems like an opportunity to sexualize to me.
Yeah.
Well,
how so?
I would say that she's not picking up, so you've already sexualized a bit, and she's not like really like reciprocating. So I talk about this in the product. We have green light, red light, yellow light. So red light, green light, she's reciprocating. Red light, she's like, whoa, like back off. This is like yellow light. So when you get yellow light, I think you need to go sideways. You don't need to backtrack, but I think you need to like change gears a little bit. Because I think with this one, if you keep sexualizing, she's just gonna stop responding. She's just gonna pull away. But yeah.
Okay, so same
You
opener.
can also just write out like general things that are attractive about a guy, like a guy that makes you blah 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 blah, like something like that.
The 3 6s, 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 inches, and I've got 2 of them, and you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out the hard way which one I'm missing.
Can you zoom in on that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure.
One advanced technique that I like is purposeful misinterpretation of what she's saying. So she says something, and you purposely misinterpret it to something that suits your goals.
Yeah, I do that all the time, especially in clubs, because you can't really hear. So you can pretty much like accuse the girl of saying something extremely sexual and bold with pretty much anything because you can't hear what's going on.
Yo, this girl came to my party, but she came too late. She said, hey, I got there, LOL, kind of late, so not sure if the party was still going on. I said, hey, we all went out together, sorry. And she goes, LOL, you're fine. And I said, are you hitting on me? Like, I'm fine. But she just meant like, it's okay. She's like, no, I mean, you are really cute, but and I was just teasing you. So
nice. Trap question.
I fucked that girl last night. I got so high with her. Oh, my God.
Got her.
So this one, same opener. She says, you're adorable too. 3 smiley faces. Good morning. So this is like whatever's above a green light so far. Then I said I had to finish a book, didn't sleep. And then this is another one of the I was horny, so just going for the number of every girl. And so she said, that's cool. Yes, we should talk. Let's talk. And gives me her number, right? So she's like, yeah, let's do it. And then what would your initial text be from there? I mean, you'd say, hey, this is Avery from the thing. And then where do you go from there?
Well, she seems to be investing a decent amount. So I would, once I text her, I would probably start segueing towards the date. So I'll be like, hey, it's Avery. She'd be like, oh, hey, what's up? I'll be like, no much. Just finished a big workout, looking nice and fit for our date. So I'll like hint at it.
So lie. Okay.
Yeah, because you don't lift. So yeah, so you would just kind of transition that way, and if she bites on that, then you just set it up. I mean, one I like to do a lot is a girl asks me how you doing. I send her a picture of like my dog. And I'm like, oh, just playing with this guy, even though like I'm not even home. And then she'd be like, oh, he's so cute, and I'll be like, oh, thanks. He says he's excited to meet you. So that's like also I like to do these like transitions towards the meetup. Avery,
can you give me some pictures of your dog so I can lure women in with it?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Avery, I think you got to try going for the radical honesty and just be like, hey, I'm on day 10 of no faps. So right now, I really need to meet up with you tonight for you know what.
And I'll last a solid 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
Yo, you can use that as like your first initial opener. What was your initial opener again? I usually don't.
I usually go for Wild Girls, but I couldn't resist how adorable you are.
Yeah.
I usually don't go for.
I usually go for Wild Girls, but
no
exactly. Dude, that would be a great like social experiment to do. It's like,
You're
right now. Honestly, you're not really my type, but I'm on day.
I usually go for girls over 18, but I'm on day 12 of no faps. So.
All right, now we're getting canceled.
Okay, so this one, same opener. She says, "Who says I don't have my moments?" Lol JK, thank you. How are you?
Can you pull
perhaps you do
more, Avery, please?
What's that?
Can you make it a little bigger, please? Thank you. Yep, that's good. That's perfect.
That's as big as
you're
it
good.
gets.
You're good. You're good. Yeah.
So Lol JK, thank you. How are you? I say I'm great because I just finished a book. I was working and I get to celebrate. And then she says, "OMG, that's amazing. What's the book about?" So any thoughts so far?
I think it's fine. I mean, like the one thing that I would add to your text game is I feel like it's like kind of standard. I would maybe add a little bit more spice to it. So like a little bit more, I don't know, like fun little innuendos and stuff like that. There's nothing bad here at all.
The book is about multiple orgasms and how they're, you know, something along those lines, right? Like
so like
make up what the book is about, something that fits the frame of sexualization.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh my god, it's amazing. What's the book about?" I might tease her a little bit. I'm like, "Oh, it's a little bit R-rated. I'm not sure if you want to know." She'd be like, "No, I really want to know." And then you just literally make something up. It's called "How to Give a Girl 69 Orgasms in Under 10 Minutes" or something like that. And like she's like not sure if you're trolling or not. And then like usually if she doesn't respond positively to it, then I'll drop it. I'll be like, "Oh, I'm just kidding, blah, blah, blah." But then if she responds positive to it, then you just keep going with the joke. So it's like either way, you're going to be good.
I like it. Okay, so we're talking about flow states, whatever. And then here's her last text. "Wow, lol, yeah, I'm cross country. We're trained to sprint the first mile, push past the pain until your body goes numb. Then cost the second. I don't know what that means. And sprint the last mile. That's awesome. What activity makes you perform?" I feel like there may be an opportunity.
That's like a massive innuendo in the making.
Yeah.
Random question: is the book you're reading The Rise of Superman? Is it that book?
I have read it. I am writing a book about flow states. And that is one of the books I researched for it. Yeah,
I love that book. I love flow states. It's like my favorite thing. That's like the main reason I think a lot of dating coaches, like once they get a lot of pussies, stay in game. It's for the flow state.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get as much of a flow state. You don't get as much of a flow state usually in a relationship. That's the harder part because there isn't the challenge aspect, right?
Yes.
You already know that she like. Every time you meet her, if you're good in bed and you're like, you know, you have decent game, she's actually more and more invested and she wants you more and more. And you're more and more in control, basically, right? So there's not that mystery of, ooh, how do I like convince her to actually let me have sex with her? Whereas in pickup, you don't know what's going to happen. There's all these extra variables.
Hey,
here's a Bumble one. I think this opener, I mean, it was more interesting than most, which 90% of girls are like, "Hey, what's up? Right? How's it going? Hello. Who are the two celebrities you think best describe your vibe?"
Danny DeVito and Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I think the mistake you could make with this opener is like seriously trying to answer her question. I think like humor is the way to go here. So I would say either definitely a crossover between fucking Ryan Gosling and I don't know, whatever, like Chris Pratt or something like that. Or you can be like, Danny DeVito. Like I
prefer Danny DeVito because it's it's more funny and it's more obviously sarcastic.
Or like Ron Jeremy, I guess, but not anymore because he's in jail now, I guess.
Is he? Oh.
I believe so. I had someone email there. You guys want to quickly review this guy's profile?
Let's do it. Bill Cosby and Keanu Reeves. Okay.
They're like so opposite too.
It's like the most loved celebrity and the most hated.
I know. Okay, so let's take a look at this. It's okay. The problem
Can you
is
make it bigger, Alex?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you just got to use like a bathmate and jelking.
So yeah, so this is okay, but this photo should not be number one because you can't see his face at all. And for the first photo, your face should be clearly visible. So this could be an okay photo down the line, but definitely not number one. No, I always say this. No, no. This photo is bad for a lot of reasons. First of all, the fishing photo is so overused. We've done so many experiments. We create profiles of girl, and every single fucking guy has a fishing photo. It's a fishing photo and a driving photo. And second of all, he doesn't look.
It's like a meme at this point of like, don't put. I've even seen that on girls' profiles where they say, hey, if you have a photo of you with a fish, I'm swiping left, like in their bio.
This
Unless you're in a small town in Louisiana, like there's no way.
It screams out vegans though.
True, that's a good thing. This looks like a different person, like a completely different archetype, right? The first one, he looked like edgy and kind of cool. The second one kind of looks, he makes him look more like a dork, basically, right? Like
there's no congruency.
Somehow he looks like a tech nerd who's fishing.
Looks like he's about to stick his
hair
dick in that fish's mouth, honestly. Like, looks like he's just preparing.
That might be better. Just go all out, right? Don't half-ass it.
Dude, his facial hair too, it's inconsistent. So for me, I always have like different facial hair and shit, but I never have like bearded photo, non-bearded photo. It's either all clean shaven, all scruff, or all beard. Because otherwise,
look at
it's
the
just
difference
confusing.
between these two. In this photo, he looks like an 8.5. In this photo, he looks like a 4. I mean, there's such a massive like this photo. He looks good in it. Like, yeah, it's a little poses in the car.
It's a little douchey, but it still looks good.
He looks 10 times better than he does in this photo. Like, but the problem is, girl is going to see this photo. She's going to swipe left, and she's not even going to make it to this photo. So this photo, I would keep. Definitely take out the fishing one.
Yeah, that photo's good. I think
look
at me flex is a little. It's a little bit.
Bro, this one's so bad.
This is too
that's terrible. It's not even like a good gym selfie. Like it's only like part of the mirror.
Yeah. So keep this photo. Make this photo number 2, and then you need like 2 or 3 more other ones, basically.
But those two are good, and I think that's a great example of how like he probably gets very few matches, and he could do very well if he made those changes and got a few more decent pictures, right? Like
you're only as good as your worst picture. Yeah.
On Photo Feeler, I've gotten pictures rated as low as a 4. Right, I've gotten as low as a 4, and I've gotten as high as a 9.6. So a lot of guys think they're just ugly. Eric Andre, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest pickup artist of all time. He actually does have really good game in his own very unique way.
This video is great.
He's hilarious.
Yo, so there's a girl that she might be watching this right now. I'm not sure, but
can you hear this?
She hooked up with Eric Andre.
Can you guys hear
that? I don't even know who that is.
Can you guys hear?
You've never seen the Eric Andre show?
No, never.
Great show. You should definitely watch it.
Can you guys hear the video?
I can.
It's not playing.
You're not playing it, yeah.
But you're not playing it, so we don't know.
You can hear that?
No, there's nothing that's being played.
We can't.
Yeah, it's just
nothing's playing.
Full screen.
You can't hear like a screenshot.
What is it doing? I am using Mozilla Firefox now, so.
Oh, Jesus Christ, bro!
That might be a problem.
Yeah,
gotta go Chrome, bro. Damn, especially on YouTube.
Well, I had Chrome, and then I got the better version of Chrome, which is Brave, and then I had to block Brave because it has Tor, and I don't want to use Tor, so now I'm on Firefox.
Brave is the better version of Firefox, I thought.
It's a still frame.
Okay. Hey, Mauricio, I got your email, but you have to attach the screenshots of the profile. So just shoot me an email at playingwithfirechannel@gmail.com with screenshots of your profile, and we can break it down. Yeah.
Yo, can we go through my text?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now I'm like self-conscious. You guys are gonna roast the shit out of it, but whatever.
No, definitely.
It's all good.
That's what makes it fun.
No, feel free. That's the point. It's fine.
Wait, why doesn't it up? This video is so fucking funny.
What's the?
Actually, Avery and I watched that video
Eric
as
Andre,
motivation.
the pickup artist. Eric Andre, the pickup artist.
Was he like ultra cringe, or he's funny, or like what's the deal?
No, it's just funny. It's like a funny like meme of like the old peacocking thing.
Oh, okay, I'll take a look later tonight.
Yeah, you remember Avery? We were watching
it on the stream. It's funny.
Our mystery.
Yeah, weren't we gonna use the same lines? I think we're gonna try and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're really pretty. except your man hands, and then you like throw Skittles at her or something. Like it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, look at this. But trust me, ton of women find the hunting and fishing things cringy. Very much agree with that comment. Yes,
I'd say most, probably like 90%.
I mean, unless you hunted an elk, honestly. If you
Dude, when I was in Montana and
hunted
Idaho,
wild moose.
I went on Tinder just to see what the girls would look like, and there were girls that like holding up bucks and stuff that they shot. It's pretty cool.
That's my type of woman.
Okay, so Kevin, do you want to pull up the your
Sure, yeah, I have like an unlisted YouTube video. You guys will see almost all of this is on Instagram because that's usually what I use. I really like to use what is it? I really like to use what's it called?
No receipts.
Slow this down. I just have what's that?
No receipts.com.
No receipts.com.
Yeah. Even when I show receipts, it doesn't count, bro. I'm always going to be no receipts, Kevin. No, but anyway,
well, I
always use,
it could be your guy you're texting. So,
what's that?
It could be a guy you're texting.
Ah, good point.
It's actually me that he's texting. We put this whole thing up earlier today.
Or it could be a trans woman. It could be a trans woman as well.
Hey, speaking of that,
does that still count toward my body count if it's a trans woman?
Dude, speaking of that, I'm dropping a fucking dope video. So listen to this. I took a face app and I turned myself into a chick. And I'm gonna see how many matches a female version of me gets. And actually,
now that's a video. Yeah, that's a fucking.
It actually
video.
came out looking good. My theory is that the female me is gonna get 100 times the matches that regular me is gonna get.
That just muted. Something just happened. Wait,
everybody just muted everyone.
Yeah.
Just establishing dominance.
Austen, you're still muted. You're still muted, Austen.
Yeah, you're muted. You're good now. Yeah, dude, Alex, you're gonna get a lot because remember that Tinder experiment you made of like that really, fat, ugly girl, and she still got like 500 matches on Tinder. So yeah.
Well, first of all,
the female version of you would be just fine.
First of all, don't talk about my mom like that. Second of all, I'm just kidding. Okay, so what are we looking at?
You should actually go on the dates and wear a wig. Wear a wig and go on the dates.
So this
I'm not actually trying to dang dudes. No, that's the problem. Some of the guys will probably still follow through. They'll be like, dude, I know you're actually a man, but the marketplace is so bad. Fuck it.
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another dating coach that's not here right now would agree with you guys on that. You know who I'm talking about. Okay. Anyway, I use I use Instagram a lot. One of the reasons that I use it is because I think I'm kind of lazy, but whatever. If a girl likes you, and you make a story, a lot of times if she reacts to it, then that's kind of her way of. It's almost like Bumble. It's like her way of saying hey, I'm here, and then you start the conversation from there. So I use Instagram stories.
Instagram's better than texting if your Instagram is in the top 10% or so. If your 1%. Instagram is bad or average, it's worse than texting because it makes you look bad, right? If your profile doesn't look good. I bought
better have a fire Instagram.
Very easy to do. And now, now that I have 6,000 followers or something like that, all of a sudden Instagram seems to be working real well.
Well, even if it's because this specific account, I'm pretty sure is my private account, which only has 200 followers. So this is mostly girls that I already met, whether it be through cold approach, social circle, whatever.
Personally, I'd use Snapchat over Instagram at that low of followers, but unless your pictures are really good.
Well, I also have another account that has 21,000 followers. So, but I don't.
Snapchat doesn't show any negative social proof, basically.
Well, I think that people completely
so many girls asked me for Snapchat. I had to start using it again.
I think people completely overblow how important Instagram followers are. I think that your content, the post you have, is 100 times more important than your number of followers. Because at this point, every single person knows that you can buy followers. 7 years ago, that was impressive. You have 10,000 followers, but now everyone knows, and no one really cares. So now it's there's two ways to look good. One, having a good profile with lots of cool stories and posts, or two, being verified. But aside from being verified, just high followers, 5,000, 10,000 doesn't mean anything anymore, I think.
Also, think if you have 100,000 followers, you're verified and all your posts are just yo-yo videos or something.
And they have barely any likes. And then it's just clearly that it's fake. All right, I'll continue from here. All right,
let's continue.
This video is making me want to quit trying altogether. I'm glad we're having the we're motivating you, bro.
Okay, so that's pretty good. That's like goes back to what I was saying earlier, purposeful misinterpretation, right?
Yeah. And I don't know, that was just weird there too. But see, this is another thing. It's like, if you're at the gym or whatever, again, it's just letting them respond.
Stories are really good. I've come to really appreciate stories.
Stories are the most engaging thing on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. So then from here, yeah, I guess I don't know if you'd call that push pull or whatever. Again, I don't have like technical terms for
just banter. It's just banter.
Yeah, that's what I try to do through text for the most part. This is me responding to their story. This is a girl. I guess I don't remember.
Did you fuck this girl?
Like posting like her.
About to fuck her.
Did you fuck? This girl I didn't yet, but eventually I did. This girl I will tell you in a second whether I did or not. Oh wait, no, this is a different one. Okay. But this is she just like posted some Spotify.
I like that. Baby making music. Yeah, it's like it's like having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, what I like about this is
and then she sent me. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
What I like is that you're not investing, you're not overly investing. Like I think keeping your investment, like you don't have to be like one word answers, but I think like keeping your investment in check is like very important.
Well, I always try to make sure that my text, like you could see, like it's different colors, right? So I like to make sure that their whatever color text they have, it like fills up the screen more than mine. I mean, I'm not like try hard about it, but I think as a general rule, I think that's probably good. You in general, you probably don't want to be the one that's texting more than her, At least that's a principle I try to implement.
Yeah.
So this is a girl in Vietnam, actually. I guess it doesn't count. It counts as a fourth of a woman.
Well, the question is
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Did Coach Whitepill get sloppy seconds afterwards, or?
Oh, wait! I have a Coach Whitepill themed one coming up soon, and you'll understand why in a second. It's me trying to wingman him. So actually, it's gonna debunk the whole thing of like me being selfish or whatever, because I was literally going out of my way to try to include him. All right, that's how much he fucking relied on me. It's annoying. All right, anyway.
That sounds exactly like my old business partner, like David Swift. He used to do this. Guy was insane. Like we would, I remember we were in Poland, and he was like, "Oh, dude, my Tinder's not working, so you have to hook me up with your girls." And then I would have a date to the house, and I'd be like on the date, and he'd be like blowing up my phone. "Can you hurry up, man? Can you hurry up?" I'd be like, Jesus Christ. So I would start banging the chick. And then by the time I finished, there's like 5 texts on my phone. "Dude, you're being selfish. You're taking way too long, man. Yo, come on. She's probably going to like smell like jizz now or blah, 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 blah." And then like right after I would finish banging her, he would be like, "Dude, come on. You have to hook me up." So I'd be like, "Okay, dude." Like, so I would like try to find some way to like introduce him. I'd be like, "Oh, my roommate, he's pretty cool." And then I would like,
that's just weird, man.
I know, dude. I wasn't into any of that, but he would like guilt me into it. And then I'd be like, I'll be like, "All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom." So I would just leave them alone in the room for like half an hour. Then he wouldn't close, and then we would stay up until like 6 a.m. while he blamed me for like, he'd be like, "Dude, you didn't talk me up enough, man. Like, and she smelled like jizz. Like, can you not be selfish and like not come on the girl?" This is like the fucking shit I had to deal with. So I can relate to that.
Just come inside her.
It's selfish for you to come on the girl that you texted and met up with.
Yeah.
He's like, "Bro, come on, man. Like, you smell like jizz."
It's not selfish for him to want to fuck the girl that you met up with.
Yeah. The logic.
Alice gets to fuck 10 girls instead of throwing one my way. That's David Swift.
And then the funny thing is,
funny enough, that guy's name is also David. Funny. Okay, so yeah, I was just kidding when I said that. By the way, this girl in particular, she went to like a international school, so which costs like 30 grand US a year, so she's way richer than me. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, I just said Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever, I don't know. Again, I just I was actually leaving the city, so this kind of sucked because it was literally like, I'm pretty sure I was like getting ready to go on the plane that night. But yeah, so why would we listen to baby making music together? And then I said, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, I have the ability to see into the future." And then I just wanted to kind of, I can see us listening to baby making music together, but I can't see what happens beyond that.
I don't have the patience to text this much.
Wait, can I comment on that? So I think that text is fine if like it's like, I don't know, it's like a chick who's like somewhat hourly sexual. With fob Asian girls, I would never send that text because for them, like they go into anti-slut defense mode so fast. So when I'm ever talking to a fob Asian girl, I never ever like am explicit like that because they'll just like retreat, which is kind of what you see here. Like she just like kind of doesn't respond to that, right?
Well, I mean, I thought she responded to it. Again, the thing is I never saw her again because I didn't come back to that city. So kind of we'll see. But
if you
I think in general,
if you notice her level of investment, right? She was like investing a lot, and then you send that text, and then she just like hearts it, right? Which for her is definitely a much lower level of investment. I think that's you activate her anti-slut defense, and like again, I think with a normal like a Western girl, it would not have been enough to activate it. Like with a Western girl, you have to be like, because I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you, right? Like something like that. But with you said it in a more humorous, like suave way. But with her, it was enough to like activate it. I've just been down this road so many times, so I've kind of learned.
Don't you think, though? I mean, at least the way that I read it, again, this is different because I actually it never ended up happening because I was leaving. But she said, "Let's see" at the end. I thought that meant, like.
It's like it's. I just
maybe it's a translation thing, or I got it. Maybe you're completely right. Maybe I got fucked up in the head. It's one of those things. Like, what is it when you when there's a gap of information, you tend to project your fantasies onto it. So I was probably just like, oh, I guess she wants it, but maybe she didn't. Oh, well, we'll never know.
Well, I think she's into you. I just think that like that text activated her ASD. But anyway.
Is there an actual thing for it? ASD?
ASD activation.
Yeah. No, it is. It's like a legit phenomenon. Anti-slut defense. I've had this happen so many times.
Oh, got it. Okay. Anti-slut defense. Okay. All right. So this is where I try to wingman a certain person. So this is
Can we not get into this? Like, thank you. Okay, go ahead.
What you don't want to get into Coach Whitefield?
No, Coach Whitefield we can. I don't want to. I'm saying the comment that was on the screen. I don't want to get into the John stuff.
Oh, I didn't even see it. I was. What did the comment
on the screen? Oh. No. This
I didn't click it, but
yeah, I didn't click it either. I didn't see what. I was just on the screen. Okay, so this is.
Someone's spamming that for some reason.
This was somebody on, I think Tinder. I remember I deleted my Tinder and then re-downloaded it. This was basically exactly a year ago. I re-downloaded it when I got to the US to try to get like that algo boost. So I lost the original conversation. But basically, I think we had a discussion about me like coming up to visit her.
Be careful. You're gonna get fucking canceled from YouTube. Some dude did for showing a pickle. Now we're jacking off.
You're like specific.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, do you have another single girlfriend? My friend wants to know. I mean, that's who you think it is.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I mean, she's responding positively.
Yeah.
Where's your friend from? He's from Banana Land.
He's from Banana Land. But I think this is pretty. Yeah. Anyway, I'll just keep going.
No, I mean it's good. Like this is more like advanced type of thing, which is like hooking your friend up, which is like Yeah. I've had to do this in the past. It can be tricky for sure. It's like you definitely have to.
Well, I was also kind of using him a little bit. Like I wanted genuinely to bring him, but I was kind of using it as sort of because I would have had to because we were sort of like far away, and her whole thing was like, "Oh, come visit me in this like beach town." And so I would have had to drive like 2 hours to go there. And so I was just kind of like, well, it was kind of like my sneaky way of being like, so is something going to happen when we go there, when I go over there? You know what I mean? So that's kind of one of the reasons why I used him as well. Call that manipulative or whatever, but I just think that's a strategy.
Yeah, no, it's not manipulative. Okay.
Game is manipulation, Alex. Haven't you read the 48 Laws of Dating? So I said, I don't want my friend to be lonely while you and I are hanging out. Winky face.
Did you already bang this chick in the past?
No, I didn't. I didn't yet. No.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was doing this because I was just like, well, is it worth me like driving up there?
Oh, I see.
So
what's the context? Like, how did you meet her?
Tinder.
Oh, okay. Got it.
There's a Brazilian girl on Tinder.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing is like, dude, when you travel abroad in these countries, it's not necessarily all locals.
Yeah,
it's like a lot of different tourists and stuff. I saw a Justin Mark video where he was talking about Thailand and how his one friend Bradicus was like hooking up with a bunch of girls in Thailand, but like they were all tourists instead. It's like, yeah, like girls from the West come to places like that to like go wild. And to be honest, none of them are interested in the local guys. So from you can kind of take advantage of that in a way.
Are all the local guys sub fives?
What's that? Say that again.
Are all the local guys sub fives? Yo, I posted my sex playlist in the chat, the Spotify playlist.
All right. But yeah, that's that. Again, this is the whole point. I just want to make sure I have a place to stay if I drive all the way over there. So she's basically like, yeah, you could stay over at my place.
I mean, she's invested.
Why are you trying so hard to get him laid? Like, I don't know.
Because I'm a good friend. I'm a good friend.
No.
That's why.
Nah, good friend. I mean, to me, a good friend, like, if your friend sucks, he's got to get up to your level. Like,
I know, but again, it's
not a pussy dispenser. You know,
I do shit like that for my friends too all the time. Like, I'll go out of my way to try to get them laid. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got to, like, the most.
I want all of us to win, not just me.
I've gone to the most ridiculous extents to get my friends laid. Like, I don't know. Like, sometimes I'll try harder to get my friends laid than I would even for myself.
Because you're a clout chaser.
Clout chaser.
I mean, she's invested. I mean, that's interesting.
Yeah. Honestly, that's kind of a big red flag for me.
What?
I know it sounds weird, but like if the girl
she's investing,
I'm like,
wait, what? That's
what are you hiding? No. If I haven't met her yet,
to me, that's a green.
If I hadn't met her yet, and it's from online dating, I can't help but feel like maybe I'm being catfished, or maybe she's not as good looking in person as her pictures. You know?
I don't know. That's
He's
like
an
NPC, dude. That's like the biggest turn off for me is like investment and compliance. That's like my biggest turn on, like compliance.
I mean, it's a lot better turn on than the turn on being her not giving compliance, right? So I think that's a good thing.
The more resistance, the better.
No, but I've had like, some guys that, like, in the game, they'll be like, oh, dude, I don't like it when the girl makes it too easy. I like the challenge. I'm like the opposite of that. I don't want the challenge. I wanted the girl who makes it really, really easy.
Yeah. Again, I think this is an example of like sexual innuendo. This is like at a party I was at, and for some reason we were like making meatballs together. It's kind of weird, but but yeah. Oh, actually, no. That's like callback humor, right? Because that was like Austen talked about before, is callback humor from but it was from a previous event. And at the time, I remember she had a boyfriend, so nothing happened between me and her. But this was like a month or two after. So yeah, now we're just like talking about balls. So again, I like to always like have some sort of sexual innuendo or something there.
Yeah, that's good.
She's saying balls are good now. This is also for my. You guys saw that clearly there. This is for the people that say I'm gay as well. You could see I have a receipt right here that I clearly do not like balls in my mouth. Even though this girl,
you know what's really good about
you texting a dude? That's what I see.
You know what's really good
that's
about
why I have it all blurred out, bro.
That's the photo. Well, she took your photo of herself, right? I mean, she's like some kind of news anchor.
Yeah, wait, yeah. I'm texting Jimmy Fallon. I'm texting Jimmy Fallon. Right here.
Guys, I'm a 15-year-old opener frisbee prodigy. Okay.
All right, so this is how. So this girl's Ukrainian. And Ukrainian, again, I have more experience dating girls like internationally because I travel a lot. So there is sort of like an English barrier you have to use. It's actually not as bad as you think because they all use like translators and shit. But this is my way of kind of sliding in to her DMs, I guess, is just, it's her birthday. Like whenever some girl posts about her birthday, if you're attracted to her, always say happy birthday, right? It's just a way to, I don't know, start a conversation. But yeah. See, I know a little bit of Russian. Da. Oh, this is one thing I use all the time. I call it like the Sawyer opener. Have you guys used have you guys seen Lost before?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Okay, in the show Lost, there's this one character named Sawyer who's like a pimp. And Sawyer, his opening line all the time is, "Are you married?" It's like the one thing I've actually taken from a show before. And I think it's very effective because it makes your intentions very clear. And it's also like a really ridiculous question, especially if the girl is like in her 20s, So I always use that. So even with a language barrier there, she kind of just knew already what was going on. If I just said, "Are you married?" Right. So regardless of whether English is her first language or not, you ask that question. even she thought it was funny regardless. But yes, use the Sawyer line. Sawyer's a pimp. That's one of that. Usually, anything dating related from TV shows is usually blue pilled as fuck, but Sawyer was very red pilled. So again, this is me.
So you got a whole book with this girl, huh?
I don't know. I guess plowing. I guess because I just a whole book. You said?
Yeah.
I was texting a lot, unfortunately, but yeah.
I mean, this
I would end up working out, and then she was like, "Oh, I'll write you later," and then.
Your text game is better than I thought for sure. I just figured since you don't do like much like whatever game.
Well,
shit, that it would be like.
I mean, I do. I just don't teach it as much. It's not really something I teach too much, but most of the things that I teach is like looks maxing and making sure that your online dating profile is fire, because then you have more room to screw up. And I think a big way to do that is just being fit. Like the fitter you are, the leaner your face is going to be.
After looks maxed or before? Are you looks maxed right now?
No.
Look
at my beard, dude. It's like down to my neck.
Yo, what should I do for looks maxing? Should I fix my broken nose from Frisbee?
Well, first step is don't look like you're 15. No, I'm joking.
How do I do that?
Avery just
start wearing.
Yeah.
Hop on that TRT, bro.
Yeah. Steroids.
You just gotta wait 3 years. You just gotta wait 3 years and grind. The 20s is a time to grind. There's no time for girls, man.
Austin, do you have the option of growing a beard? Like, what happens if you try to grow a beard or it just doesn't grow?
No, I can't really grow a beard. I mean, I could if there's like something you can take for your beard and it grows pretty. It's like easy. Nate? What is it? What the thing for your beard?
Minoxidil, topical minoxidil.
Minoxidil and what?
A microneedle roller.
Microneedle roller. He said that.
Yeah, I microneedle
grow beard. I'm like, I just don't care that much.
Yeah, I mean, facial hair, I wouldn't say it's overrated, but there's some things you can do. So this isn't a good example, but if you have just enough scruff and you have it the right way and you're lean enough, it can create the perception of having more depth to your jaw.
Mm-hmm.
And more than in person, more than what helps in person, it helps a lot in photos when you're doing, especially like a side profile for your online dating profile. It makes a world of a difference.
I also think that your weight can definitely like affect how your face looks. So a lot like two months ago, I like radically lost 15 pounds and I had these holes in my face and then I just quickly got the weight back and now my face like filled down, looks better. So
I have the opposite. My face used to look really good when I was in good shape, and now I've gained weight, and that's usually what makes it look worse.
Yeah, it can look puffy.
Well, you start to lose your features. You can't see them as much, right? So you can have like really well.
You look less defined.
Yeah,
less
exactly.
of a chin.
More than anything, I think what it affects the most is pictures. Yeah.
So
like, I don't think it matters as much in person, but in pictures, it makes a huge difference.
So I'm just gonna do what's it called? Face app and just add a beard.
Hey, it works.
Just try
Whatever
it.
works.
You could. Well. You probably could. I added a smile once in a photo and it came out pretty good. Yeah. Do you guys
people have asked this like 50 times about ASU?
Yeah, I know.
This shows a lack of social awareness, because why would I answer a question about one specific university that is irrelevant to 99% of the chat?
You know what? Unlike Avery, I'm gonna say go check out my video how to pick up a hot Swedish girl, Austen Summers on YouTube, because I have a video of day game at ASU and the sets leading up to that girl. So if you want to see ASU day game, then go check out that video.
But also, it's a university. It's the same as any other university, right? Like, it's just
ASU is completely different, Avery. That's you're wrong.
It's a special campus. They're extra.
Now being surrounded by cacti makes it completely different.
I heard ASU's like extra good? Wild though.
Do I look good
is that face app on you? Because if that's you, that's hilarious. If that's face app,
that looks like him.
Holy shit!
I think that is you.
Wait, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing at me?
It's so handsome. It's so.
You want to see me as a girl? You want to see?
Dude, I look like
that one looks good. Yeah, that one looks good.
Yeah.
Look like
going on that one. Right now, that's a good thing.
This guy said looks like Khabib. Oh man. Yo, do
So
any of
Habib
you guys
doesn't have a
have haters?
mustache. You have to
Look at
delete
that.
Oh god.
Oh, that is a
Oh,
hottie.
god.
Yeah,
Dude, she's
that's-
hot as fuck. Who is that?
Yeah, I'd hit that.
Oh. Bro, I would fucking plow that shit, dude.
Yo, you guys want to share? Okay, so this guy finally emailed in his profile. You guys want to take a quick look?
Sure, I gotta head out in a minute to meet some clients.
I'm the dictator of Chechnya.
All right, so I'm already seeing.
Wait, is that the profile? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Give me going.
Okay, wait. I gotta like. Okay, so first photo.
What if you open the photo in a new tab?
Okay.
Wait, but he has pre-selection. He's with girls. Doesn't that mean he's hot? Like, isn't that
QB
good?
Willie would
Doesn't
call
that
that a receipt.
Yeah, isn't that receipts?
I would call that.
Why are you saying that's bad,
Receipts, bro.
Alex? I
He's
don't
with
get it.
girls.
I would call that an instant left swipe. Ooh.
Oh, there we go.
That one is very bad. That's like a 3 out of 10 photo right there.
Ooh, yeah. No,
One's
definitely
like
not.
a 3.6.
Yeah, no.
One I give like a 5.
I mean,
Okay. So let's.
I'd say in general, this
talk
profile
about
is like a 4 out of 10.
I would rate this
So
profile.
let's talk
after that.
about why it's a no. Is it
Okay.
the mustache for you guys, or like what is it specifically?
So I would disagree with Alex on this. If the thing is this will screen out 95% of girls, but 5% of girls that are super responders to like guys that have tons of girls around them will love this and will message him. But it depends how he actually proceeds. Is he trying to like make this a one-on-one dating thing, or is he trying to make it like the harem style or the orgy style like that David Bond does? So
Right, but this photo at the very least should not be number one. Like the first photo should be just clearly you, because girls will just auto left swipe. Like, yeah, sure, if you want to make the argument that can be fourth or fifth, I mean, that's fine, but definitely not number one. This also just is like the lighting is really poor. It's like in his room.
Lighting's off.
But he's not a bad.
So really
dude.
quickly,
Mhm.
really quickly, if you go back to that last one, some of the best photos you could ever take is actually a backlight like he's doing there. Except the issue is you don't want the light to the side because then it's going to glare over you. You actually want the light directly behind you. Some advanced lighting tips for y'all.
Oh.
I mean, the lighting on that picture is just god awful. I don't know why he thinks like it would be so easy to get something 10 times better.
It's also a selfie. Yeah, there's many issues with it. This one, no, it's just like, again, a selfie. It's like kind of weird. It's just a weird facial expression. Like I like his facial hair in this one is pretty good. He kind of looks like young Colin Farrell. But this one, no, like I don't like that. Like he just kept the mustache and he shaved the rest of his. Like that's not a good look. Like this one is so much better. Like
it's edgelording.
It's too edgelordy. This one you can't even see who he is. This one, I don't know, man. It's like too peacocky for my taste.
I don't think the mustache is inherently bad.
The way
I think it's just the way he's presenting it, right? It's like that, and that thing. I just don't. I think if he had the first photo and this photo, and he was trying to like throw parties, I think that'd be great.
Alex, what should I message this girl?
Hey, you look
this
familiar.
Really me from the other photo.
You can't tell who he is, so and all you can see is
Wood
a fat
smash. Wood smash.
Yes.
This
Say,
this
hey, you look
photo
familiar.
is potentially okay, and this photo no, it's just like too weird. Like he has way too many selfies, too many photos, where you can't really see who he is. Too much.
They're
Okay,
all
so
low
really
quality,
quickly, I think
all
another
bad
one
lighting.
too. Does this guy say how tall he is? Because I have a feeling he's pretty tall, but maybe not.
No, I don't think he does.
Because like that photo, I know. Can you go back up? I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's tall, short, or whatever, but
He doesn't say it, but yeah. Also, this profile is just too long. It's like too much of a clusterfuck.
well,
Where
he
do you
has a
want me to
few
go
other
there?
ones too, where it's just like text. Do you see that? It's like
Like what?
yeah, that one. What is that?
That's just that's just a screenshot of his bio.
Oh, got it. Okay, my bad.
But this is like too long. Like this needs to be like made like 40-50% shorter.
Yeah. How in depth do you go on your bio, Alex? Or like how much do you usually suggest? Because I try to be pretty minimalist with it. And again, but my strategy is heavily focused on just making sure you have bomb pictures, right?
Well,
But
pictures are by far the most important part. I mean, with the bio, I try to. It's
What's
definitely
more
not
important than photos?
what.
The thing that's more important than photos is your location.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I guess yeah. But
it's like real estate location.
I think it
location,
should be
location,
shorter than
location.
this. But I like to screen in the bio and have a lot of hooks. So I want to put as many hooks in my bio as humanly possible to give the girl a lot of like talking points and stuff to message me about. And I also like to screen in the
Because it's
bio.
hard for them to think of something to say on their own.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they need help.
Austin, do you have any interactions?
See, the thing is, I literally have. I'm looking at so many right now, but the thing is, they have all their full names in it. I'd have to like download them and then blur the names. So maybe I'll do this next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, next time we should do the profiles.
I have a really good example of like pushing past like a girl's objection. Do you want me to read it? I can just read it.
just listen to that statement.
What, pushing past a girl's objections?
Well, yeah, you'll see the objection is stupid. Like, I don't want to have sex.
No, I get it. Yeah, sure. You can read it.
So I'll just go to that actual part. So basically, I met this girl in real life. Everything's going well. We're bantering, blah, 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 blah. And then she says the infamous text. Where is this?
The infamous text. Sorry, you look like my.
I get her to agree. We're going to Greystone Mansion. It's this place in LA. It's a really epic view. It's a cool place to walk around and stuff. And then I was going to meet her for bubble tea beforehand. So just get bubble tea, go up there, take some fun photos, whatever, and then come back to my house. She says, I'm definitely in for these adventures. I say, perfect. Let's do Sunday. We'll grab some boba tea and go to the mansion. Promise me you won't steal any art from it. She says, oh, tea and fancy views. Sounds nice. I work Sunday, though. I'm busy today, but whatever. We find the day, which was Tuesday. So she says, cool. And so tomorrow you're free? And I said, yep, free tomorrow. Your adventure time is scheduled for 3 p.m. She says, I'll call you when I wake up in the morning. I said, we're great at this. She says, so good, right? Adventuring today still on? I said, yep, meet me at Boba Studio. We'll go from there. Sent the address. Okay, that works. Da-da-da-da. And then, yeah, here's the infamous text. You're going to hate me. I just got a call from my friend, and she urgently needs her shift covered today, and it's at 3:45, so I had to take it. Most guys, 99% of guys would give up there, right? Like, oh, no. So I just said, it's in 2 hours. Ask someone else to take it. I'm sure there's more people who can. I used to work at Polo, which is not true, but I know that these people have group chats, right? And they can just find stuff. And I said, adventure, come on. She says, okay, I'm going to see if someone else will take it. She messaged me back 10 more minutes. I have someone who said they might be able to. They're going to get back to me. I said, so resourceful, smirk. She says, I'm actually pretty surprised by this, but I think I've got to take her, so the plan is still on. I said, cool, see you soon. Walking to the place now, boom. And then let me zoom in here so you can not have the name, but you'll see this. What this bitch look like. Select window screen. God, dude, Firefox with this sucks so much.
I don't know how you're using Firefox.
Honestly,
Google Chrome.
A lot of Firefox screen too. Okay.
Yo, student, I didn't get your email, so just send it in and we'll do it next time.
This is the bitch.
Well, I thought his name is Student.
Dude, look at this girl's curves.
Yeah, she looks like she has a nice ass.
She did have a nice ass. And
before you destroyed it, like it's gone now.
She used to.
She used to.
We don't speak about it anymore.
After you overcame her objections.
How did you? Was this cold approach?
Things happened.
Yeah, this was cold approach at the Grove in LA.
Oh, okay.
And she was just like waiting to go to her shift. So I think this is an example of callback humor. I basically we were like enjoying talking to each other, and I'm like, you know what, you gotta get back before you get fired. So the first thing I texted her myself from her phone, her name, and I sent my name. I said, so are you still relatively employed? She's like, I still have a job, yes, but it was a close call though. So just callback humor based on the interaction.
All right, so
there seems to be a lot of demand for this. So guys, yeah, we're gonna do that for the next stream. We're gonna just do profile reviews. So we'll we should
do it with ourselves too. We can.
Yeah. Can I say a thing? Can I say a thing with words? I think that one of the advantages of Snapchat is that you can save girls individually as like, let's say Miami. You can kind of group them. So you can edit their names, whereas Instagram you can't. So it's harder to like follow up in batch. The other thing is Snapchat. I could take a video and then select every girl that's like Miami, for example, and then send that same video to all those girls so they get it individually. You can do that with text if you have a groups app. You can do that with text, but you can't do that with Instagram, which is kind of annoying. And yeah, I've been finding that a lot of girls prefer to talk on Snapchat. The annoying part is you have to save every message, otherwise
I fucking hate Snapchat.
I refuse to play on Snapchat.
What I hate about it most
is
you have a good interaction and you want to make a lay report video on it and then you can't screenshot it. It fucking sucks.
So I got to go meet a client.
I can't show the receipts.
Today. I took a screenshot of this chick. She said, "This is how girls act when you." You
gotta go, Avery.
Yeah, I got to go meet a client, but I'll see you guys next week.
Man.
We'll see you
later, bro.
Day at work.
And then there were 3. Yeah, we should definitely for next time do just profile reviews because I think a lot of people are asking for that.
Yeah, I just updated my profile pictures and stuff, or not profile picture, but the pictures for.
Isn't it amazing, Alex? Everyone that makes content about dating profiles and like what good photos are, that content's been out there for decades. And everyone does the exact same mistakes over and over and over again. Hey, here's me in a different lit room.
Well, that's why we have jobs. I mean, that's why if people learned really quickly, then you and I would not have the jobs that we do. Like, right? I mean, that's basically the premise. Like, if you think about it, someone could, if they want to, learn all they need to learn just from our free videos. But a lot of people need that kind of one-on-one help because they just have a hard time internalizing.
Avery is God roasts about his body fat press.
Austen has Frisbee Chat energy. This is his podcast.
I don't even know what Frisbee Chat energy is.
Oh man,
Chad who plays Frisbee.
Oh,
Alex, how old were you when you came to the U.S.?
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, Alex, what do you think of like straight on headshot type photos? Would you advise against it?
Generally, one of them is okay, but generally speaking, yeah, I think the best type of photos are activity photos where you're doing something. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the photo shoot type of photos.
Yeah. No, that's a good point because one of the
about this activity photo. This was literally sent to me from my team photographer.
Yeah, that's good. That's a lot better than any kind of photo shoot.
You're doing something. Well, one of the things too, so professional models, for example, when they do photo shoots, they always make sure they're doing some kind of movement. So there's something about that that's very engaging to the person viewing it. So if you have a very staged, look, for some reason, even if you look good in it, people just don't like it. So like I said, models, they're always doing some sort of movement. So I think it's important to emulate that in your pictures.
Yo, Austen, have you ever banged a chick from Ultimate Frisbee that you met from playing Frisbee?
Yeah.
Do girls play Ultimate Frisbee?
Yeah, they have every college has a girls team. There's even a professional women's Ultimate Frisbee team in the U.S. now.
Oh, damn.
They have really good.
I
think
sport
and soccer are the 2 best things for girls' legs. Maybe volleyball.
Beach volleyball. Yeah. See, I play beach volleyball every day, or I used to, and it's perfect.
I've thought about
especially
this.
if you're actually good at it.
if you actually watch women's Ultimate Frisbee, it's not that insane. There's some girls on there that are fucking beasts, but I'm if I did play it, I would probably be at the top 10 girls in the world that did probably.
What is this? What would y'all do when you keep missing the girls' messages in a dating app? Is Brian? Are you flexing right now?
No, I mean, I get that.
What does that even mean?
I would say turn your push notifications on. That's the solution there. But if not, just get her off the app.
I didn't bring that up.
My whole life, I've lived in Morocco, which is a conservative country. I'm going to move to Brazil next month. Any tips? I've never been there, but get your Tinder going, and you can meet plenty of girls there. Brazil is pretty good, from what I've heard. Yeah, I mean, there's yo, guys, if you want me to review your profile, I'll happily do that, but I think I'll have to hold off until next week. I mean, I guess we could do a few more, but
that's kind of fun.
You guys want to do? You guys want to do one more? Okay, let's do one more.
Yeah, fuck it.
Someone emailed me.
Keep missing the girls' messages in a dating app. Honestly, dude, that's one of the reasons why I do seeking. If I don't do seeking, then I just do in-person game. But honestly, I like in-person game more.
Okay, let's take
so why seeking? I've never used this. So what's the advantage?
The girls are the
hottest girls
guys on the app in general because you have to pay $100 a month to be on the site.
There's less competition. Yeah,
less competition, so girls message you back better and they follow up with you because you're already in a different category in their mind as being like here I could be on Bumble or Tinder and meet the average guy, or I could go to where a guy has to pay a fucking $100 a month.
Well, they
also, I mean, do they really not like come in with an expectation?
It's like 40 to 60-year-old guys. Like the serious competition is like
competition on their guys. There's a bunch of married dudes who are trying to cheat on their wives. Like a lot of people.
I just imagine, again, I haven't used it, but I'd imagine if I was a girl and I'm on seeking arrangements, I'm probably looking for, an arrangement as in like being a sugar baby, right? But then obviously you guys don't want that. Like,
yeah, but it's really easy to game your way around that. So you're like, okay. you can like, there's all kinds of frames you can set. You can be like, hey, listen, like I'm open to that. Let's get to know each other first and see how the chemistry is, right? For me, chemistry is most important, and then you can like shut it down that way.
That's funny.
All right, so let's take a look at this guy. That's a good photo. I mean, yeah, this is a solid photo. I mean, it's a little posed, but I think that's okay. Okay, wait, how do I do next? Oh God. Okay.
He looks really short. No, that I don't agree, man. He looks tiny there, unless that's a giant car.
We're not going to be able to get through this because I'm going to have to like reshare the screen every time because the way it's sent. So we'll have to do this one. Yeah, I'll have to rate this because it's going to be really annoying because I have to keep resharing my screen. So yeah, we'll review your shit next time, bro. Whatever happened, I don't know. It's just still not public yet. We'll see. I'm waiting on Anthony Johnson to finish whatever editing it.
Yeah, when I get out of high school, I don't think I want to go to university because I want to do business stuff. But yeah, I've thought about doing this full time for a little bit. Maybe when I'm 23.
Wait, high school, dude. I thought you were still in middle school.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I didn't know you were in high school yet.
Stop acting like you're clearly in junior high, bro. It's cool. You're doing well for a junior high schooler.
I have my report card.
Yeah, Austen is only allowed to do these live streams with us if he gets a B+ or higher. Like we check his grades before.
My parents wouldn't give me permission. They take away my Wi-Fi when I don't get good grades.
Guys, we have to end the stream soon because it's Austin's bedtime's coming up. Say Austin, it's 10:30, right?
School night.
Kind of close there, bud.
I'm in summer school for a reason.
Okay.
Alex, can you for the love of God help me with my screenshot with Imager? It's so much. Yeah. We'll do that since you're technologically challenged. That's pretty true. No, dude, I have not gotten your photos. I think you're not emailing to me or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Just playing with fire channel gmail.com. Yeah, I mean, I should get them if you email with that.
Dude, when are we gonna? We should just have J-Mov as a guest. Because everyone just keeps asking about him all the time. Why isn't he on here? What's going on? Oh.
Yeah, he's not going to do it, though. That's the thing.
He's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Especially with me and Avery being on here.
Yeah. Maybe with Austen, potentially. And that one could go 50-50.
No way with me and Avery.
No. Avery
keeps dodging the base with me anyway.
Even maybe with Avery, but no, not with Kevin. That's true. I would love to see that happen, man. I believe me, I've tried to set that up. Like, I would totally be down to moderate that. Alex, what are your opinion on having multiple concurrent serious relationships right now? Well, I only have one like relationship right now. Right, I'm not like dating multiple girls. I'm just dating Natty, and then I hook up with other girls on the side. But I don't have any like multiple relationships. It was probably Natty's like troll account. She's checking in, making sure.
No, it doesn't. If they're all ugly and are also of a certain persuasion, then it doesn't count.
Oh, stop it!
Hey, oh! Wait! Did you see my challenge? I'm not even a pickup artist. I think John Anthony is such a fraud. I'm challenging him to a pickup off or whatever. Well, I think I have way better game than he does.
Since this topic keeps coming up, why don't we just quickly address it? What would you say your arguments are for John being a fraud?
Well, do you want me to?
I mean, like you like this topic has already come up like 10 times. Like I keep trying to move past.
I'm not bringing it up.
I don't know about that. You're definitely bringing it up. So you might as well like let's just why don't we just discuss it real quick. What are your arguments?
Okay. So he has admitted that he's into Transformers, and if there's something that you understand, okay. So here's the thing: if you take pride, and your biggest pride, right? This is everything right here. I'll bring it up right now. Okay. So this is what he prides himself on. What is the most expedient path to getting that? If you are also into transsexual women, it's banging a bunch of transsexual women because they have the brains of dudes, right? And so if you try to do a thought experiment, I know he said, oh, it's only like a few, right? Like that's something that somebody would say if they get, if they get caught doing something that they shouldn't, right? Oh, I was one time. Oh, I only sucked that dude's dick one time. Oh, that means you're gay. Right? That's the argument that I'm making is because here, I'll tell you guys a little bit of a story. When I was in Thailand, I was dating this girl, and my girlfriend at the time, she had this friend who was a ladyboy. And then so we went up to this town called Pai for my birthday. And then so she brought her ladyboy friend whose name was, I can use the real name because I'm not in contact with them anymore. The ladyboy's friend name was Amy. All right. So we lost Amy the entire day. We didn't know where she went. She came back and she said that she had just banged 4 different guys within like that day. The ladyboy, 4 guys, right? Because she has a mind of a dude. And so she's extremely horny. And so these ladyboy, it's the same reason why gay guys have such high, like, why is it not impressive when a gay guy who has 1,000 lay count? Why is that not impressive? Because all dudes are horny. It's easy to get laid when you're a dude. It's also easy to get laid when you're into trans women, right? So if all this dude cares about is inflating his lay count and he's willing to have sex with trans women, if we're thinking logically here, he's probably banged a lot more than that.
All right, so let me give the counter.
I'd say it's probably not the majority.
Yeah, let me give the counter arguments. Okay, so I wasn't there for like every single girl John's banged, but I've been there for like several dozens of them because we have traveled together. He stayed at my place before. I have legitimately, with my own 2 eyes, seen him pull multiple chicks from every avenue, cold approach, online, whatever. And like the chicks that I saw him pull were definitely not trans. Like there's no way. We even
that's great. So he should have no problem doing a challenge against me then. I'm not even a pickup artist. This is how much of a fraud I think he is. That I'm willing to, we can meet up in Miami or whatever, and we'll have people like film it and see who does better, me or him.
I mean, yeah, that
let's see if a 39-year-old monotone autistic man is going to do better than a 28-year-old.
Huh? But I think like your argument. Okay, so your argument that you feel like most of his lay count is
no. My argument is that his claim that he's the best in the world is BS.
But what is that? What is that argument based on?
It's based on the fact that he's not going to be willing to meet up with me, somebody who's not even a pickup artist, right? If you're the Michael Jordan of it's all just marketing and sales. That's all he gives a shit about, right? He just plugs his shit every single video, which is fine. It's your business, whatever, right? But if you claim yourself to be the Michael Jordan of pickup, and then you're going around criticizing everybody else, right? Just being a little armchair quarterback, criticizing everybody, and you're not willing to actually meet up with people and then do it. Avery himself challenged him a year ago, and he just, he pussied his way out of it. And so now, somebody who's not a pickup artist, I'm challenging him too, and he's not going to do it. He's going to be the next QB Willie. If you're the Michael Jordan of pickup, you would be chomping at the bit. It'd be equivalent of like Michael Jordan of some college basketball guy challenging Michael Jordan. Audience, don't you think this would be great?
Yeah. So
don't you think this would be great to do?
Let me get a few words in. So I do agree that this would be a fun challenge. I would love to see this happen. But I understand his argument for not doing it. And it's basically like, imagine like how many people try to call out Michael Jordan. Like he has no possibility of legitimately going out and playing one-on-one basketball to prove it to all of them. Nor would that be practical. Like I have a lot of people who try to challenge me. Like for debates, sure, but some guys would be like, yo, dude, like let's fly. You're not even that good. Let's fly and pick up chicks together. Like, dude, like I just don't have time for that.
Are they people with followings though? I understand if it's like a complete nobody, but I get, even though I have technically less subscribers than he does, I basically get the same amount of views. And so my audience is technically about the same because he also buys his subscribers. So, I think it'd be good. It's not like some random person's calling him out. My audience is.
Would you be willing to fly to Brazil to do the challenge? I think if you
no, because here's the issue. No, here's the issue. What did we learn from the Coach White Pill situation? Like, you could easily, if you don't have game in the U.S., you could easily go to some third world country and see some success, right?
But
so even just him knowing the Portuguese language and me not doing it, again, look, this is different. If it's somebody, it's just some random guy. This is the Michael Jordan. This is the Michael Jordan of pickup. The Michael Jordan of pickup should be able to win a basketball game anywhere he goes.
To pick up off you.
Okay, I think he might be inclined to do it if you put some stakes. Like, there's got to be an upside for him. So if you put up like $10,000 or something, I think he would.
Why? No, the upside for it is that he can prove his haters wrong.
Like, he just gets to prove to you that he's good. Like, what's the upside for him? Like, just try to
He gets to prove to his audience that he's not a fraud. The vast majority of people online think he's a fraud, other than his fanboys.
But I think he would just argue that he's like, dude, I don't need to prove anything to anyone, right?
That's the same argument that Myron makes, the same argument that Rolo makes. I mean, would you be making the same argument if Myron or Rolo said the same thing? Oh, I'll debate you, but I'm going to put some money on it.
Yo, Kevin, I'll pick up on.
I would totally put money on debating Myron or Rolo. Yeah, 100%. I'm really confident in my ability to beat them. Especially Rolo. Yeah, I would definitely put money on it. I think like if there just needs to be like, I don't know, like I'm trying to see it from his perspective. I get your perspective that like this would be like really epic event. I get that, and like believe me, I'm in favor of this happening. But I also see like he's in fucking Brazil. Like he has to like book a flight, deal with all that shit, fly out, and the upside is that he proves to your audience, which he thinks, again, I'm not making this claim, but he's gonna say is like fairly small, that he proves to your audience that he's legit, which to him is like, I don't care, right? So I think like one, if you have like a really big following, like a bigger following than him, then he might be tempted to do that. Or two, there was a lot of money and an upside. But I just think that like there's not enough.
I don't think that's true. Because no, because there's something that happened in the past that already disproves that. Because what's his name? Danny Mullen challenged into the same thing.
But John accepted that. So John was totally down to do that because the upside was pretty big, because there was money on the line and because Danny Mullen has like 500,000 subscribers. So John was totally down to do that.
So Danny Mullen ghosted him after John said, oh, well, we'll do it for a certain amount of money.
Right. Yeah, John was trying to basically up the upside. So he wanted to get as much upside as possible, which kind of makes sense. Like if he's going to fly, like I understand if you guys were like in the same city or like the city nearby, but when you're flying to a different country, like you got to admit that is a pain in the ass. Like there's got to be like something like some like incentive to do that, right?
Well, there's two things that are going on. So either one, all he cares about is money and therefore there needs to be money there too. Or two, it's a nice excuse to not do it. Oh, that sounds like what somebody would say if they're not willing to do a challenge. Oh, there's not enough money in it for me, right?
I guess it's just the upside has to overcome the inconvenience. Like when you're doing a debate, right? All we have to do is log into the internet. It's not a pain in the ass. So that's why like I'll debate anyone because there's no downside for me. It just takes 2 hours of my time. But like flying out is like a massive investment. Like you have to fly there, get accommodation, right? Deal with the vax shit. Like it is a fucking pain in the ass. So there needs to be like I can tell you
exactly
for me, I can tell you that
only. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I can tell you, like, for me personally, like, if someone wanted to challenge me, like, and I had to fly out, I would do it, but only one, if they had a big following and I could gain a lot of clout from it, or two, like, there was some strong incentive. Like, I can tell you firsthand.
I'd have to fly out, too.
You have some clout, yes, but I'm saying, like, there would have to be a big upside. Like, for me personally, I would not, like, if it was like, oh, come debate this person, but you have to fly to, like, a different country to debate him in the studio, I'd be like, it's just the upside's not worth it for me. So I mean, like,
so that's exactly it. So it's not just me; it's the entire manosphere, right? Everybody's going to be talking about this shit if they see that. You bet your ass, Fresh and Fit's going to know about it. Rolo, all these other types of people, Andrew Tate, everybody. It's going to be huge. So it's a great opportunity for John Anthony to silence his haters and show everybody why he's truly the Michael Jordan of pickup.
Oh, this is. Let me kind of address. So this is the black pillar that was blowing up my comments. Too bad nobody. I challenged Axe to a fight. He pussyfooted it. Yeah, exactly. And the reason I didn't fucking agree to fight this random dude in my comments is because there's no upside for me. Like, I'm gonna get into a fight with this dude, and if I win the fight, I get nothing. If I lose the fight, like I get like it's so
again, Alex, I get that, but that's not related to the thing with me and John, right? That guy's a nobody, sure, of course, but regardless of my following, everybody in the manosphere knows who I am, right? So for the most part, a lot of people do, especially with the whole fresh and fit, Rolo shit. So again, like what this guy said, it isn't just me. It's literally the entire manosphere.
So, okay, so here's my question. Why not would you be willing to do Brazil if there's ground rules, meaning like you can't use Portuguese, like you minimize the advantage? Because, okay, I see your point. It's easier in other countries, right? But it's easier for both of you. It's not just going to be just easier for him. Like, I think if you're willing to come to Brazil, there's like a high chance he would accept because there's like, at that point, there's like no inconvenience for him. Like, he just has to go out and spend a day doing pickup. But also the challenging thing is also how would this like be even evaluated? Like, how can you get into like how this would even work? Like, how do you evaluate something like that? Like, there needs to be a judge or something. Like, I don't even know how this would go.
Dude, like Keys to VIP. You have like 3 judges.
But that show is like, I think, all set up and fake, right? Like, so how this would be real. So I don't know how we.
No, they had cameras set up, but the girls aren't fake. It's literally just
you'll just have a bunch of people following
you would just like live stream everything, and then like the audience would evaluate or something.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, it should be more like hockey playoffs. Hockey playoffs are like best out of 7. Because the thing is, some people like, what if Kevin has a really off day? He's got like diarrhea. He's like fucking vomiting and pooping out his butthole. Like, or what if John's like, what's it called? Sleep deprived, or like his flight got delayed or something. He's really out of it. So it should probably be like best out of 3 days or something.
Yeah, I just think
also John should have time to adjust to speaking and gaming in English. And then what? I guess you just pick a city and
I mean, I truly think like if in order to really get him to do it, you have to do one of two things. One, either lower the downside, which is the inconvenience, i.e. come to Brazil, or 2, increase the upside, which is like put some money on or something like that. But I think like at this point, like I'm just telling you what's going through his head. Is he's like, it's all downside. There's no upside. Like I get to waste my time, blah, blah, blah. And the upside is I prove to
Kevin the downside is he might get exposed, which he would. And he knows it. So
I mean,
like, does anybody honestly think? Hold on. Does anybody honestly think 28-year-old me, like that 23-year-old girls are going to be more attracted to a 39-year-old man than a 28-year-old, just from an age difference?
Do you want my honest?
Does anybody
opinion?
honestly think that?
Do you want my truly honest opinion?
Yeah.
Okay. No disrespect intended, but I think John would demolish that competition, and I'm saying that because I've seen him go out and I've seen him pick up chicks.
Let's see it.
And it's been quite impressive. Yeah, that would be my honest speculation.
All right, let's see it. Again, we look at the whole game stuff from a different perspective. I think looks matter more than anything.
What did you say? Also,
competition as well, but he also has like 15 years of game.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has a huge advantage. Yeah, because he's been doing cold approach pickup for ages. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I think he is a fraud. So, like, would the best pickup artist in the world beat me? Absolutely. John's not the best pickup artist in the world. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what are some of your other like arguments for why he's a fraud? You mentioned one, which is that you felt like his late count was inflated. What are some of the other ones?
Okay, so he's made in a video before saying that he's a sociopath, or he's on the dark triad.
But that would only make him better at game.
Hold on. People will say, for example, that because they read into the studies, but they don't read into it enough. They'll just see, oh, dark triad equals more attractive. Well, it depends on what type of women you are trying to attract, right? But put that aside, right? If you show that you're a sociopath, you're Machiavellian, you're willing to do whatever they want. And John also says that, compares dating to sales, as far as I know, which is an accurate assessment because I totally agree. If he's willing to deceive women via his dating apps by basically saying, hey, look, I'm a DJ. Look, this is, he green screens something behind him. Again, if I was taking a Machiavellian approach, I think that's actually a very genius approach. I think it's very disingenuous, but whatever. I'm sure that's effective in terms of like increasing your SMV in terms of your status. If he says dating is sales and he's willing to deceive women into thinking he's a DJ, is it so far of a reach to think that he might be willing to deceive his potential customers in terms of the results that he gets, in terms of things like his body count, in terms of things like his skill? If dating is sales and and the way that you close women the way that you close women is, it's similar to how you close a customer. I think the two are very related. So I think people should automatically be skeptical when somebody goes out there and admits that they're a sociopath and they're on the dark triad scale.
Okay, so let me answer that. So I think that the problem with that argument is it's like, well, because theoretically it's possible, then that means it's true, right? I agree with you, it's possible, but that doesn't by default make it true. But furthermore, I can like even address that from my perspective. I'm much more willing to exaggerate with chicks than I am with my potential clients and customers. It's like a double standard you have, but I think that's a common double standard in the community. I know a lot of dating coaches are willing to like fudge the truth a little bit with girls. Dude, like I'll admit this, he's willing to go further on that spectrum than I am. Yes, but that's purely for ethical reasons, right? He's willing to go further on that. I don't go quite as far, but I still go on that spectrum. But what I'm saying is when I'm talking to my audience and my clients, I never go even like I'm not willing to do that. So it's like a double standard that I think a lot of dating coaches have is like they're much more Machiavellian with chicks, but when it comes to their audience, they're like, okay, I want to keep it real, which is like literally describes me verbatim. The only difference is that I don't go as far.
Yeah, but then again, that's not stretching the truth. That's straight up lying. Right. There's a difference. I understand if you're just like, being a bit hyperbolic, but there's a difference between that and then deliberately lying to people saying that you're a DJ at a music festival you're never a DJ at in order to deceive them into thinking you're something that you're not. Right. And so that's way different. It would be more equivalent to being like faking screenshots of texts from girls or hiring actresses for infield, for example. Right. I'm not accusing him of doing these things, but if we had to equate those two things, like one is stretching the truth, saying, oh, well, let's say, for example, his 1,500 lay count, let's say it's more like 1,000, right? It's still a lot, right? That's stretching the truth. But the other things that we just said, that is straight up deliberately lying in order to deceive. It's a big difference.
But I would say that's no different than what I do on Seeking, right? Like it's like literally like it describes Salt Daddy game where you basically pretend like you're a multimillionaire and then you kind of more or less lead girls on and then you bang them, right? So I think that's no different than anyone who does Seeking, which would be like include me and Austen. But I can certainly say that I like, very, very honest with my audience. But like if I'm doing Salt Daddy game, I'm willing to stretch the truth. So I think you can have like a reasonable double standard with that.
Like I said, man, it's again, it's stretching the truth versus deliberately lying.
But I do a little bit of deliberate lying when I do Seeking or whatever. Like I do that, but I wouldn't consider myself like I've never lied to my audience, nor would I.
I believe you. That's why I collab with you because I think you're a genuine guy.
But I think
like why it still confuses me. It confuses me and it confuses my audience that you always, defend John. To be honest.
Well, I defend him on the things that I can defend him on. Like I never defended the doxing of Wheat Waffles. I was always against that.
Yeah.
But I have gone out with a guy like multiple times, and I have like seen him game chicks. So when people say, "Oh, he doesn't have game," like it's like I have firsthand experience of the contract. Believe me, dude. When I first met John, I was actually like very skeptical myself because he comes off like very. Like, I don't know, like not favorable when you're first talking to him. Like he's kind of cocky and he was like telling me about his lay count. I think it was like 800 at the time. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Right. So I was really, really skeptical when I first started talking to him. And then I remember the first time he came out, visit me in LA. I went along with one of his boot camps, so it was more like from like an observational skeptical perspective. But I saw him like the first night he pulled a stripper to my place. So I was like, okay, like, clearly there's something that I can learn from this guy. But I agree, there's a lot of things that John does that I don't like. I think he goes after the wrong people quite often. So he goes after some of the right people too, but I think he has a very black and white way of thinking, like either someone's a fraud or they're legit, right? Where usually there's like different shades in between. So I do defend him on the things that I think that he's worth defending on, and the other ones I just I don't, right? So that's kind of where I'm at. But I mean, I think
again, that's fine. That's why I never fault you for coming to his defense in certain things. I just don't know. Like I'm pretty open about that. Me not liking the guy, and I have a lot of evidence as well. And there's a lot more that I have that I cannot. It needs to come from the people themselves because it's not my story to tell. I should say. I could tell you off air. I could tell you off air for sure, but not on air for now. Yeah, but I will say one other thing of like him deliberately lying is him saying like, oh well, Kevin Ray Wilder, he like was begging to collab with me, and then I said no because he talked shit about Andrew Tate. Meanwhile, I literally showed on my stream the other day of him like coming to me asking for a collab and apologizing about. It's just, dude, the dude's a pathological liar, and there's so much evidence for that. And the number one thing that determines future behavior and present behavior is past behavior. If people have a record of lying and deceiving people, why the hell would they not lie and deceive you to get what they want? Of course they will. Of course they will. And that's why I'm very picky in terms of people that I collab with people, because, you know, it would have been great in terms of like, oh, we were making the biggest, you know, hit pieces or whatever on Fresh and Fit. I would have loved nothing more than collab with him. But the fact that he is such a pathological liar, I cannot collab with somebody like that. No way. Call me sanctimonious, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But, you know, I think it's important. And I think it's important for those of you who are potential customers or whatever of whoever, is to very much vet the people that you're buying from, right? If they have a track record of being a liar and a deceiver, you should be very skeptical. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're certainly entitled to your opinion. Like, I think I have a much more, like, you and John both have much more of a black and white outlook on this, and I have much more, like, nuanced. There's some points that you make that I'm not necessarily even going to disagree with, and some that I definitely do disagree with. So I don't know. I feel like John is definitely one of those, like, you either love him or hate him. Someone said in the chat, and I think that's pretty true. Like, people either love him or they hate him, right? There's no like middle ground. But like, I don't know. I feel like no one in the dating community knows John better than I do. Because I've hung out with him, like, and usually most of the people that he's known for a while, they get like pissed off with him at some point. And I've been pissed off with him in the past too. But yeah, I don't know. All I can say is that
but do they, when you say they either love him or they hate him, they love the perception that he gives out. Now, what if that perception is a lie? That's what I'm trying to say. I think it's fine if you love him, if everything he claims about himself is true. That's fine. Maybe I'd love the guy too, because then he'd be like a giga pimp. I just don't think he is. I really don't. So,
yeah, I mean, I can tell you, like, from what I've seen, like, I definitely think he actually is a giga pimp, to the point where it's literally detrimental to his own, like, mental well-being, like, to the point where he does it too much. Like, if I had to criticize John, I would say he's way too focused on game, and he would probably be mentally benefit from, like, not being so into game. Like, that's kind of the observation I have.
That's great. I mean, if he's super into game, then he should totally be down for my challenge. He should be chomping at the bit if that's
dude. I think
he truly loves game.
I think he'll do it if you make the downside lower or the upside higher. Like, can you at least try to
Michael Jordan say that?
Can you try to meet him in the middle? Like, what about putting some money on the line but not too much money?
I mean, again, I don't really see the point of that, because I'll tell you this. How about this? I'll handle all of the filming. I'll bring my videographer. I'll even get an additional videographer.
I think also another issue,
we'll meet up in some city in the U.S.
I think also another issue is knowing John's personality, that if you guys meet up, there's a really high chance of a physical fight. That's also another potential issue.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you think he'll win that physical fight?
I have no idea, dude. That I cannot comment on because I've never seen him fight and I've never seen you fight. So I can't comment on the physical fight. He is a big guy, dude. He is 6'4", though. So
yeah,
he's a big motherfucker. And he's like, how much do you weigh, Kevin?
Like 200 pounds.
I think he's like 230, 220.
Yeah.
Okay,
does he bench 400 pounds and deadlift 600? I doubt it.
Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm. Not currently, but I can get back up to there again soon. Yeah.
For how many reps?
Oh, just one.
Oh, okay,
yeah. yeah. Dude, I'm not benching 400 for.
Dude, I was gonna say, if you're benching 400 for like 6 reps, then you're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. That you're not like way more jacked.
Yeah.
All right,
6'2" with a 6'8" wingspan. So,
can you guys hear
again? Look, I didn't want to bring this up. I didn't want to bring this up, but Alex, you did.
No, I mean, like, dude, like you were bringing it up quite a few times. I had to
address it. No. I didn't. All of the texts, I didn't bring up any of them.
No. There was like several times where you like made the trans joke. It was like multiple times, like 2 or 3 times. Let me know in the chat, guys, if I'm making this up.
The chat instigates.
I did not want to talk about this because I'm in a weird position because I'm friends with both of you, right? So I'm in a really weird spot. Yeah. I'm like in a really weird spot where I would just rather not talk about it all. But
look. Okay, so hold on. This is true, but if you bench twice as much as the other person, it makes a huge difference. That there's a reason that there's like weight classes and stuff. The weight classes at the professional level isn't just because somebody's heavier than the other. It largely has to do with strength and force production, right? So if your body fat percentage, if you're 230 but you have a high body fat percentage, and then therefore you don't have that much muscle, then that's it too.
do you have but the real question is, Kevin, do you have any experience with fighting? Like, do you train jiu-jitsu or MMA or anything? Like, what's your experience? Boxing? Like, how religiously do you train?
Not too often, but I used to work at a boxing gym back when I was living in Philly. So
I don't know, bro. Like,
again, I'm not, dude. Look. Here's the thing: I'm not challenging John to a boxing match. Although if he wants to do it, I'm down. But
no, I know. I'm just saying that's a realistic risk of what could happen if you guys meet up. Like, that's. I would say that it's more.
Well, dude,
we would need
never escalate the physical violence. That's stupid.
I know, but we would need like legitimate like bouncers and referees for this competition. Like, I think,
dude, that says everything you need to know about the guy right there.
He's definitely a bit of a hothead. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I never get into physical fights either. Or I mean, I'll defend myself, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. I would love to see it happen, but I think that one of you guys has to definitely compromise a lot on the.
All right, here's a compromise. Here's a compromise. Just challenge him to ultimate frisbee. Austen, you have to be my coach, though. You need to coach me up on ultimate frisbee.
I would wipe the floor with everyone in the pickup community when it comes to ultimate.
I'm sure you would, but I want you to be my ultimate frisbee. Okay, guys, the challenge has changed. It's an ultimate frisbee challenge between me and John Anthony Lifestyle. And
so, what are we going to do?
Under one condition, Austen gets to be my coach.
Do you even know how to do a basic strike fill?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Are you more of an handler or a cutter?
Fills are like my favorite thing. That's like my favorite.
Do you even know how to do an L cut?
Dude, L cuts, that's my favorite type of cut, bro.
What's your 40-yard dash time?
Oh, that's actually really fast. I did run 4.65 in high school. I was a sprinter in high school, so.
Yeah. What's your vert?
I never had it officially tested, but the highest I ever got was like 33, so nothing crazy.
Okay, that's still pretty
good. Austin's like low-key recruiting me for his like ultimate frisbee team right now.
Yeah,
now
let's get 5 years back. Now it's getting like really off track. Now we're talking about fucking ultimate frisbee.
Well, dude, look, the viewers go up when I talk about ultimate. Like, it was like 160. You guys were talking about John, and you guys having like him flying.
It was like 200 at its peak.
Whatever. What?
Can you dunk a basketball?
Yep.
Oh, this is the ultimate competition. Which one of you guys has a bigger dick?
What's your 40-yard time is more important than your lay count now.
It is. That's the ultimate flex, bro.
Wait. Ask me my lay count.
What's your lay count?
What's your lay count?
Girls or guys?
Dogs. How many dogs have you banged, Austin?
I'm loyal to Athena. The only one.
Only one? Yeah, me and Rhaegar are kind of exclusive too. Okay, see if he's a good boy. Alrighty. Anything else?
Yeah, well, why don't we do some stats? We just talked about nothingness for like 30 minutes, so why don't we talk about?
Yeah, I think somebody.
I think we just.
Super chat.
I mean, this was like a little proxy debate. I hate debating for other people.
Alex, this is the first time you and I have done a debate. That was fun.
Yeah, it wasn't really a real debate because I hate debating on the behalf of other people because I don't always have all the facts. So
yeah, exactly.
What's your view on the single guy? I like the single guy. I've gone out with him briefly. I think he's pretty good. He's definitely like taller in real life than you think in his videos. Like, I thought he was gonna be my height. He's like 3 inches taller. So I don't know. I think he's cool. Yeah, I think Austin.
Yeah, he seems like a genuine guy.
I think Austin is learning how to slowly love the drama.
Dude, it's like I have other things going on in my life. I don't need more extra stuff. You like to just do
YouTube. Like stealing Indians, or like what do you have going on?
Yeah, like recruiting your business partner as my business partner.
Yeah, I mean, like
trading 4 goats for him.
It's clearly messed up, dude. If anything, me and Austin should fight now.
Okay, Alex.
Dude, what if he did that of like?
I'm gonna take your medical machinery and your 500 supplements away from you, and let's.
No, dude, I won't make it more than 2 days. I'm gonna
Dude,
just.
did you see that? Like,
I don't have any
big
medical
YouTubers-
machinery here, Alex.
I need my medical
This
collection.
is what apples to oranges fight. You're on TRT, dude. You're on performance enhancing drugs. You're on.
I'm on Deca too, so.
You're on Deca?
How is this a fair fight, Alex?
Very small doses. Yeah, therapeutic doses.
That's
Yo,
awesome.
everyone post a F in the chat if you want me and Alex to box.
Dude, with my neck, I would get like destroyed in 2 seconds.
200 Fs and we'll box.
Wow. There's a bunch of Fs. In fact, almost all of them are from us. All of us collectively agree.
That would be an
that
interesting.
200
fight.
F.
Austen both have like close to zero fighting experience. Like that would be just like such.
Yeah,
a shit.
I did like Taekwondo as a kid, and I did
Yeah,
like
me too.
1 month of boxing. That's pretty.
I did
chill.
karate
Dude,
when I
you
was
can-
really little, and then my dad told me when I quit that this is the biggest mistake of my life.
Yo, Nate's really good at capoeira. He's like elite level capoeira.
It'd be funny if he's like just beating off in the corner.
He's like in a cage. I'm like, yes, that's my slave.
Like me personally, I don't like fighting. I used to get into fights when I was in college and shit, like over stupid stuff in Boston. Like fucking, I don't know, man. I haven't been in a fight in over 10 years. I want to keep it that way.
No, I agree. Fights are stupid. You should fight with your
Bro,
words.
Alex, would you
But
go to jail?
If somebody
You mean-
attacks you, you should be able to know how to defend yourself.
I'm a
Yeah.
minor.
Well, that's why I have like a big, scary looking dog, even though he's a sweetheart.
Yo, Kevin, what do you think about this? I saw someone's like hierarchy of this. They're like, the first most important skill is de-escalation verbals. The second most important skill is like track, just running away from fights. The third most important, if you're a big person, would be like some kind of striking. But if you're a small person, it should literally be gun fu, which is like just being able to whip a gun out.
Well, I think the one.
I think that's number one. Is a gun.
The one big.
No,
thing
it's
you can
number one should be talking down the fight so it doesn't happen, and number two should be like
ideally, yeah.
Well,
No,
the
I'm
big
saying,
thing
like,
for
in
God
terms
is
of effectiveness.
ability to hold tension. Most people like holding tension can actually de-escalate a fight because if you can't hold tension, it screams weakness. I've gotten out of so many potential fights just by being able to hold tension and then slowly like de-escalate it. Like just
when that sexual
okay, so-
tension reaches the head, do you like go in for the kiss or do you try to make them chase a little bit?
Well, what I do is like
Transmutation.
I'm staring the guy in the eye. He's like about to fight me. I'd be like, just do it. Just fucking do it.
God, I'm getting a fucking chub right now.
Motherfucker. Yeah, you like that kiss, you fucking little faggot. I bet you do.
You know, it's funny. There's actually a famous story of from Dostoevsky of Jesus like kissing somebody to stop a fight. So I don't know. Maybe it is effective. But yeah, no. So actually, somebody who put it really well once. This is why you should never resort to fighting. Is George St. Pierre, arguably the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. He basically said, and he's the GOAT, remember, so he can really say this, and it makes sense. He's basically like fighting is an illusion. You're just playing around because it's like it's not. He says it's not real because in real life, all it takes is somebody to pull out a knife, and all of your martial arts shit.
Yeah, I know.
It's done.
I
It's
know.
irrelevant. All it
I've
takes is
seen-
for them to
yeah.
pull out a gun. It's irrelevant, right?
I've
that's
heard
why you should
stories
always
I've seen
de-escalate.
like,
Never.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like some.
I've
stupid
seen a guy get curb stomped in Toronto out at night.
Holy shit, man.
That's
That's
another
why you
reason
gotta
not
be
to
nice
drink.
to everybody, man.
Did that guy die?
Yeah,
I mean, like
when
he's
you
pretty hard.
take alcohol, you literally a gene switches on that normally isn't on. It's like epigenetics, and you literally aren't yourself, and you're more violent. Like
I mean,
some
if you get
percentage
curb stomped has a
used to
high
represent-
fatality rate. Like if you get curb stomped, you'll probably die. Like that's
Yeah.
like you can easily die from that. Did
Dude,
that
there's
guy
people
die?
who die where they get hit and the hit doesn't kill them. It's the impact when they
or the
hit the
fall
ground.
when they hit the ground.
there was this trend that happened in inner cities way back in the day. Maybe you guys remember. It's called the knockout game, where these random, street youths would just go up to these random people and just punch them in the face
It's so fucked
and
up.
try to knock them out. And one of them was a really serious issue because they knocked this guy out again, just like this random like old white man. It was terrible, but he
That's
fell
fucked up.
into a fence, like a gate, and that killed him. So, so yeah, regardless of how alpha or whatever you think you are, even if you're Andrew Tate, kickboxing champion of the world, right? Even him, if he's like about to get into a street altercation and the guy pulls out a gun, Andrew Tate's going to lose, right? So that's why it doesn't matter how great of a fighter you are, even objectively, you should never be starting street fights ever or never contributing to it. Because
I've
again,
seen
all it
some
takes is
shit.
one crazy person and you're done.
Dude, I've seen so much shit. I went to university in Boston, and Boston people like the most aggressive people ever, especially when I was there, like 2008, 2012. Dude, I remember one time. Okay, we're like me and a friend, and then a friend of a friend who's like this crazy motherfucker walking down the street, right? And then we just see one guy running and 10 people chasing him, and they're like, "Yeah, kick his ass," right? And then that kid who was with us just takes off and starts chasing. I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then they eventually catch up to the person and just beat the shit out of him, like 10-on-1. And then like we don't get to actually see what happened. We just see like 10 people around one guy. And then that guy comes back with like a smile on his face. I'm like, dude, like, you know that guy? He's like, nah, man, but it was fun. I was like, so you just attacked a random dude? He's like, yeah, man. I took out my mini bag and hit him on the head. I was like, dude, are you what? I was like, I'm never fucking hanging out with you again. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is insane. Like, you could have killed that motherfucker. Or I remember one time also, I was fucking Boston was insane. I was walking home from a party. And this guy comes up to me, and this is back when we used to smoke cigarettes. He's like, "Yo, man, you got a cigarette?" I'm like, "Oh man, it's my last one." But I was trying to be nice. I was like, "I can give you like a little bit." And he's like, "Yeah, thanks, man." And then like 5 of his friends just sneak up on me and just fucking sock me in the face, and they all just beat the shit out of me for no reason. I was literally trying to give the guy a cigarette. So I've seen some. Fucking, yeah, no, 100%, dude.
I'm sorry, the chat. I was listening to you, but yeah, like I didn't bring that up. Austin did.
Oh. Yeah, no, I mean, I've seen some fucking crazy shit happen. One time I saw a fucking undercover cop get knocked out. That was the craziest. That's a whole story I don't want to get into, but a person I knew knocked out an undercover cop who was reaching for his gun. Like this was so close to like a murder. It was insane. So I'm definitely
starting at Harvard.
No, Boston University. I went to a good school, but yeah, like the
Boston University is a good school.
It wasn't the BU kids; it was like the surrounding kids. That's the thing. Boston just attracted like the biggest hooligans, and there's like this culture of like fucking like fighting. Like every night there was a fight in Boston. Every single night. When I moved to Cali, I thought it was so weird that no one fights. I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, it's an East Coast thing, man. It's the same thing with me being from Philly. You know, even though I'm like technically from the suburbs, like that culture is still out there in the South. I remember the high school that I went to. Like there was like
why do you have a McLovin ID?
Did you see his Harvard ID?
You have the most random shit, Austin. I swear. You got fucking like
bringing out to bouncers, dude. It makes their night. I've also tried escalating to see what crazy place I could do. I've been using it like when I enter countries now. I just like pop it out.
What, use your McLovin ID to get into the country?
You go, no, I am McLovin. It's dangerous though if they don't know the movie.
Dude, one time I got the shit beat out of me by like 4 bouncers. I was so blackout drunk I barely remember. And then I spent the night in Binghamton City Jail. That was fun. Yeah. I was a totally different person.
Interesting stream as always. So I think we should probably wrap it up. Next week, you guys want to do like dating profile analysis or what?
Next week, I want to do hours or what? And I want to in-person pickup artist to like battle Kevin. And then if it gets to it, we can start boxing.
Yeah. How about both at the same time? So you have to pick up girls while wearing boxing gloves.
While you guys have your dicks out so we can see who has the bigger boner.
Exactly. So it's a dick measuring contest, it's a boxing contest. It's all
I want to have like a literal dick measuring contest. Like a literal, not a figurative.
Oh, I would lose that. I would lose that instantaneously.
Well,
you'd be like, Austin, why didn't you pull it out? I'm like, I did.
You can be like the fluffer. You can help, like, you know, when the guys can't get a boner, you can come in there and like.
I'll do whatever it takes to make this a success, Alex.
Yeah. You got this, man.
Just don't invite any Tyrones to the contest, or else we're all gonna lose.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna fuck this girl tonight, or not tonight, this week. Oh, dude, I can't wait. Let me see if I can pull up a photo.
It's not a nude though, is it?
Dude, by the way, this meme works so well. Anytime a girl says she's gonna do something like big, you're just like, this hedgehog is cheering for you because you can do anything. I've never had anything besides like laughing and be like, oh my god, thank you so much.
Yo, can you send me that one, please?
Yeah.
This is a legit super chat. Text their girl. That was fire and sad after we hooked up. She said in person she had fun. Want to do it again. No response since. Follow up text. I would like literally send her a meme or something, like a Ryan Gosling meme or like something basic, like Ola Linda, just like get the convo started. Maybe she meant to respond, but then she forgot. So yeah, I would just re-engage.
Yeah, Alex, if you use this in your course, just give me credit for it and say by Austen Summers.
Yeah, I won't use it in my course though. My course is already finished. I don't want to like keep adding to it. Oh my god, that's a whole thing in of itself. How's your course coming along, Austen?
I'm actually setting up my cameras to start with the filming. I'm done with 70 videos out of like 200. So,
dude, mine was. I'll give you both of you guys free access so you can check it out. But it was such a fucking endeavor getting this done. Yeah, this is.
Wait,
is
your
true.
2.0
is
version?
making it.
What?
Is this your 2.0 version? You said you're going to make a 2.0 version.
Yeah, this is my 2.0 version, but it's like 3 times bigger than my 1.0 version.
Wow.
It's
I haven't gone through your 1.0 version, so.
Yeah, I think I truly believe like
I've heard
90% of people who buy my product aren't even going to go through the whole thing because it's so fucking big. But we organized it really well. See, dude, there's literally a video of Indian P eating a girl's pussy, like literally eating a girl's pussy, and then a live breakdown of like, oh, this is where the clit is. Then I do this, right? Like we did literally a live pussy eating breakdown. Like that's how far we went. We have like everything. We have a how to get jack guide, how to eat pussy guide, how to like dress well guide, like everything that you can possibly imagine is in here. Like I went so OCD on this product. It is insane. Like most people think I'm pretty chill, and I am, but I have this OCD side that like comes out with certain things, and it definitely came out with that. I love this. Alex, if I pretend to be a hater black pill, can I get the product for free on top of a free coaching session? It's like a running joke because the way to get like a free coaching session for me is just to pretend like you disagree with me, and then I just feel bad and I just give you free advice for like half an hour. Hey, Alex, I want to debate you. What do you think about this profile photo? And then I just like feel bad. Like, no, it's so good.
They know it. They're learning.
I've been trying to debate Alex for months now. He just keeps saying we have nothing to debate on.
Well, what would you and I
he's
agree
scared. He's scared.
I don't know. What you and I agree on. Like,
the game is more efficient than dating apps,
cold
excluding seeking.
Is more efficient.
Yeah,
in some ways it might be. Yeah, I wouldn't even necessarily disagree with that.
I mean, it depends on who's dating app.
Alex, we're trying to find disagreements here. TRTs for beta faggots.
TRT is awesome.
Oh, okay. How about this? How about a average? Okay, so a good-looking guy, like the Chad or whatever, right? Would he be better off on dating apps or cold approach? Like which is more efficient? I would say.
Well, it depends on how good his cold approach skills are and how good his photos are and where he lives. Yeah. There's so many factors.
Let's say it's
honestly my best looking student of all time was actually one of my worst students, but he just had he was sexually abused by his mom, so he had like really weird anxiety with girls. Huh?
It's not that bad if your mom is hot.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about being homeschooled is you can bang your teacher. I was kidding.
Like if his mom was a MILF, like that's not the worst thing ever. You know, it could be worse. That's what I'm saying.
You know the joke about Freud. You know how Freud's like always obsessed with like childhood sexuality. So the running joke is like, yeah, you'd think that sex is related to your mom if Freud's mom was your mom. The implication being that Freud's mom was like a babe, apparently. But
was she? I mean, like that was like fucking 200 years ago.
I don't know.
It is a pattern. Women tend to find guys that are like their fathers. I think that's one reason. So you know about beards? You guys are like, just get beards. So beards help to attract white girls. They're neutral for Latinas, and it's a negative for Asian girls.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I was kidding. I don't actually think banging your mom is cool. That's not what we do in my family. Or is it? No, I'm just kidding. No, obviously not.
All right, wait. So yeah, let's get back to the question. I'm actually genuinely curious. So like, let's say a super good looking guy like Chad, like who in the manosphere or who in the whatever space is a good example. I don't know.
James Tusk or
Connor Murphy.
Connor Murphy.
Connor Murphy. Perfect. Okay. So Connor Murphy back before his hairline receded and he was before he went crazy.
I've actually held on to Connor's phone and messaged girls on Tinder from it. So I can tell you the girls that he matches are just because one thing he does is he ties it to his Instagram and then he has social proof there. So girls already know he's like legit and he's real, blah, blah, blah.
For a guy like Connor, unless he has like insane cold approach game, online is definitely the better bet. in terms of.
So that's the thing. If he goes out in person, like if he's just like walking, let's say he lives next to a nightlife area and he steps outside and he just banters with a girl for 15 minutes, he can bring her back and fuck her. Versus, it's like a win-win-win. It's like, or on online, he just messages girls that are horny and then he gets them to come over in like 30 minutes to an hour and then he just bangs them.
I think Austen though, because you have like really good game, you actually almost take it for granted how much the average person can fuck up with cold approach. I think like it's not that easy for with a guy who has good skills. Sure, you go out there if you're that good looking, talk to a girl, and you pull the second or third girl. Unless the guy's good, like an average guy, he's gonna fuck up a lot. So I don't think it's gonna be that easy. Like Conor Murphy, like would be a prime example. I don't think he would be that good at all. So I think he would fuck up a lot. I think for Conor Murphy, like literally, he can order girls like Domino's pizza straight to his house from Tinder. So for him, like I think the guys for who cold approach. I mean, I think cold approach is good either way, but I think that like for the guys that it's really necessary, the guys who don't get much interest on dating apps, for whom dating apps isn't even an option.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Those are the guys that really need to learn cold approach.
It's
right?
the great equalizer because like
don't really need it.
Yeah, because like also what Austen was saying is, you said that your worst student ever was like also your best looking student, right? I think the reason that happens is because if you're a really good looking guy, you have all of this sort of social validation always like as you're, coming up, as you're aging. And so your self-identity gets tied up in being the good looking guy, right? So you automatically think everybody thinks you're awesome and handsome or whatever. And whenever you go out there, if you get rejected even once, all of that shatters and then their self-confidence and everything is destroyed. I have a few friends from high school that basically like one of them actually became like a real model. And it's the same thing. He's not necessarily good with girls because it's like he doesn't put himself out there, Dude,
the shit that I've been exposed to in my life coaching is so bizarre. You guys wouldn't even believe it. Like
I probably would completely believe it because I've probably seen some very similar stuff.
Dude, like warming a guy up, having him do like the vocal warm-ups, the social warm-ups, the verbal warm-ups, the vocal warm-ups, sorry. And then like I'm like, okay, now what I want you to say is this line verbatim. He's like, okay. And then he pulls me aside. Austen, come on, man, I can't do this. Yeah, please, just keep the money. I can't, please, bro. And I'm like, okay, let's take it back to another step and let's do that and do more of the compliments. Like, oh my God, dude. Guys that are like, every other guy would be like, that guy's a fucking 10 out of 10 guy. He must just get pussy. Like barely able to, talk to a girl.
Dude, it's almost like inversely proportional. It's like the better looking you are, the more insecure you're going to. And this is how girls work too. The hottest girls are all extremely insecure.
I'd recommend
girls to be like the 5s and 6s, honestly. Like the 2s, they know they're 2, but like the 5s and 6s, I find them to be the most insecure. But yeah, there's some hot chicks that are insecure.
Both of you guys have a book recommendation. It's called The Body Keeps Score. It's a book based on like, it's on trauma. It's so weird, dude. The book starts off, a quarter of people are sexually molested as kids, and then like a third are like physically beaten as kids.
Damn.
By who? By their parents or by who?
Yeah, I think by their parents or close family members mostly, but also through.
I don't know how you guys grew up. I was never like obviously like seriously beaten, but like if I misbehaved, my dad would like fucking like whack me and shit. Like I don't know, it's like old school Russian.
My dad's from Oklahoma, so he used to like get.
I couldn't like act up like when I was a kid. Like there was definitely like very strict type of childhood.
But usually, if you look at it objectively, like at least the times that I got the belt, I deserved it for sure. I was just being
for me, it was 50-50. Sometimes it was literally I did nothing.
Hey, all right, shut up and let me plug my services. Yeah, I have a boot camp coming up soon. I'll let you guys talk now. You're able to talk now.
Can I go? Can I get free access to your boot camp and just learn from you?
Yeah, if you come to Tampa. Actually, maybe I'll do one in Miami. I'm gonna do one in Toronto too.
Do one in Miami, yeah.
Toronto, that's so random.
I can come and like document it. Maybe that could be like a good video for you, and then I can plug it.
Dude, when I go out on my own, I'm like, the thing is, if you remember 2021, Alex, right? I basically had to coach every single weekend for the entire year. I did more coaching in 2021 than anyone on the planet.
I don't know how you mentally survived that, honestly.
I don't know how I mentally survived it either. But dude, like, once I started going out on my own for like having sex on my own, I'm like, this is so fun and like so easy. Like I went out with your business partner And like, I didn't even make it to the venue. I just saw this like girl with this epic
Yeah,
booty.
he told me. Yeah, he said butterface, but nice ass. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's fucking, dude, just persist and lead, and it's fun. And then I banged another girl last night, and then I have this one that's actually like stunning.
Well, can you like leave some girls for the rest of us? Like, do you have to bang all of them, or? Yeah, she's hot. Yo, Austen, how much would you say? Okay, I mean, I know we're gonna wrap up, but one last question: how much would you say Tampa is easier than Miami? Like, if you had to put a number on it.
I don't know. So is it easier? Is it easier?
I mean, you kind of mentioned that girls are more receptive.
It's kind of like comparing apples and oranges, because Miami, you get a lot more tourist girls, and tourist girls are pretty easy to fuck. They're not that easy to meet up with afterward, but they're easy to bang. Like if they're going out one night, it's pretty easy to bang them. You know what I mean? Versus, I say locals, Tampa's probably easier, but tourists probably easier in Miami.
Yeah, I feel like the problem with Miami though, like when I moved here in 2017, like there wasn't that many POA dudes here. Like the wharf and shit was good; they had a good ratio. Now when I go to the wharf, it's like I usually go there at 10 p.m. Every chick has been approached like 100 times already. Like they're so defensive by the time I approach them. I'll be like, hey, I like your shirt. What do you want? I'll be like, relax, lady. Like,
dude, that's partially why I want to start throwing parties. It's because at a party you control the ratio.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well,
it's so much easier to throw parties in the third world, though, dude. Because you just literally post some Instagram ads and you have girls message you, and then they.
I'm just literally waiting,
steering, baby. Bottle steering.
I'm just literally waiting until I can start just banging chicks from my clout more. I had a chick DM me like 2 weeks ago, and she was like, she's like, I have a question about your content. Like, I was curious if this can work for a girl. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then like 1 minute she was flirting with me. She's like, but she lives in California and I don't travel. She's like, if you ever come off to California, you can show me some tricks. And this chick was like pretty hot MILF. So like that's the kind of stuff I live for. Is like super easy lays that don't require me to leave my house. Like, yeah. Austen is going out there and trying to like put in effort and pick up girls.
Alex, just get 100,000 subscribers, bro. Easy.
Well, 100,000 is not enough. I think I need like 1 million for that to like really pan out.
Alex, if I put your medical machinery in a private plane, could we go to Belarus together in game?
Can we go to Belarus? Yeah, it's going to be
private plane, medical machinery, enough TRT to last you a year.
We have to do a TRT injection every 3 hours to just keep me like, I just start like dying. You're like, boop. I just like come to life. I'm a man now.
Rejuvenated.
We're like pulling, you start deactivating.
Austin, TRT injection now.
Alex, show me that butt cheek. Do you actually put it in your butt?
Yeah. Well, not in your butt cheek. Yeah, you don't put it like stick on your ass. Yeah, man.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you do.
I do not. All right. Any other closing thoughts? We just went on like a massive side tangent, which I think was pretty entertaining.
I didn't bring that up.
How do all these things pop up on the screen and then both of you guys say I didn't bring it up? I'm certainly not bringing it up. My dog is not bringing it up. One of you guys has to be bringing it up. Okay. Do people who have PW
I swear to God.
Kevin, show us your hands.
Yeah. What are you doing, Kevin?
Austin, you know that you're clicking on the John Anthony stuff.
Yeah,
how do I click on that? My hands are up.
Austin is a professional fucking instigator. Like I've learned he loves instigating, and then he plays innocent. Do people who have?
I thought maybe before it might have been Avery, but then he left. So
no, it's definitely Austin.
Hey, I don't care.
It's definitely Avery.
I'll talk about anything.
See, that's why the chat loves me the most, because I bring up their comments and I respond to them. You guys just go on 7-hour rants about who's better at game. I'm like actually trying to answer people's questions and also talk about Ultimate Frisbee, which people love.
Hey, again, we brought that up because you brought up the comment, bro.
Well, no, but to be fair, Kevin, you did make several fucking snide remarks where like you made several tranny jokes where at that point
it's like when the whole Anna Quinn thing happened with FNF with Fresh and Fit.
See, guys,
I can't help but talk about it. It's just gonna slip out here and there. It's so funny.
You clearly wanted to talk about it. Let's not cap. You want to talk about it? It's fine.
Hey, I'm down to talk about anything, bro.
Do people who have PWF product need to pay the same price for 2.0 upgrade? No. All you have to do is pay the difference. So I'm not going to make you pay the full price. You just pay the difference between the two products. I'm going to hook you guys up.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. Like I get a real kick when people say that, like, oh, Alex, you just care about money. Like the Blackbursts make that claim because I desperately go out of my way to turn down money. Like I was just kind of thinking about that the other day. Like I've never once done a sponsored post, sponsored video, despite getting hundreds of offers. I have all my YouTube ad settings set to the lowest setting. I've only ever had one product out. Like this idea that like I'm like trying to make money. Like I actively turn down money left and right. Like I could easily double my revenue.
I demonetized every video I have
on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the reason I keep the setting at the lowest is because I feel like if you turn it off completely, then YouTube won't promote it as much. So you get penalized in the algorithm.
That's what I've heard. But also YouTube can just remove your channel for ad fraud for basically no reason if you have ads on.
Yeah, but I don't think your channel is that controversial, honestly.
Yeah, I guess it's not.
It'll be
competitors
$250 if you get the pre-sale price.
Your competitors can also specifically target your YouTube channel and put an ad in front of your videos. I've seen it happen. I've seen James Talks do it to my channel, do it to other people.
You have to be 21 to earn ad revenue. Sorry, Austen.
Dude, that guy knows that every time he makes a comment about me being young, I'm going to put it up. So,
yeah. All right. What else do we have? Yeah, people are saying we can skip the video. Well, I appreciate that, but yeah, I like don't really care that much about making a lot of money. Honestly, I care more. Like honestly, if I had to rate, I would say I care way more about the cloud and than I do about money. Honestly,
in the debates, I think you're debate driven.
Just I don't know. I'd say
I've never seen somebody love debates as much as you.
Well, you're like the fucking cause of that. Like I don't know if I would have ever gone to debates if it wasn't for that one live stream you and I did.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know if like my life would have taken that trajectory if you didn't exist. So that's I think an interesting factor.
You're welcome. I turned you into a debate bro.
Yeah, I wonder if that's been an overall positive or negative. Like, I wonder if like I never got into that. Maybe I would have done more like regular live streams. I don't know. There's no way to tell. Like,
I don't think so because I think when it comes to YouTube, it's like, of course, the content and stuff you put out matters, but it's more so people trust you because of you, right? So the more often they see you, the more often they see your views on stuff. I think they're more likely to become,
Well, I think debates are really good. I think they're missing, and I think most people don't even know how to have conversations with people who think differently than them. And I think
they just get super triggered and start yelling.
Yeah, I think it's totally missing in the manosphere. But at the same time, I'm getting a little tired of debating like nobody, like random black pillars, or like a random SJW because it's always the same debate. So I want to like start debating the bigger content creators.
That's right. I need to set you up with the Crucible guys.
Please do.
Yeah. No, they got some pretty legit people debating there, and you could debate any topic. They're really cool with it. You can stream it to your own channel. That's what I did with my debate with Stardust. Is I streamed it to my channel while it was streaming on the other channel. That's how all the streamers do it. So
Stardust was like way more reasonable than I expected. Honestly, she seemed like a nice woman.
Well, somebody was saying that she's like her political views are very similar to like Destiny, for example. So,
but there's not even much. I don't think I really disagree on much with Destiny on that. So that was like the disappointing thing.
So maybe that's why.
We largely agree on everything.
Yeah. So
I love this.
Yeah. Anyway, man, I mean that's how I judge people in terms of whether they're because like look, you're in the manosphere, you're in the dating space. You're basically a leader of men in some way or another. And if you're not willing to have your ideas challenged, then like, I mean, we all agree that women are attracted to like manly men, right? That have balls. So if you don't have balls, then
you gotta be sensitive.
You shouldn't be in the space.
You gotta be like affectionate and sensitive, and like, yeah, of course.
Yeah. If you follow the TikTok advice of the guys that Alex usually debates, then.
Well, I like this. Like I never would have had my eyes open had I debated you. I love it when I turn like someone who dislikes me into like a supporter or a fan. It's completely open my eyes when debate because I have to research what I'm talking about. Everything has changed for me. Oh, I appreciate that.
Oh, this is an actual girl? I thought it was like a guy pretending to be a girl.
No, it's a chick who I debated a while back.
Oh, nice. Oh, right on.
Yeah, she's super chill. Alex and Austen need to do infield together. I want to see. Yeah, that would be fun.
I'm down. Yo, I just want to get my product done.
Alex, after he debated Destiny, he said chronic Lyme wasn't a thing. He said, "Oh, no way! Did he say that? Oh, I will totally debate him on that all day, every day." That's something that's very personal to me. Can you email me the tweet, please? And if he did that, oh shit, we're gonna definitely debate. And he's down for debates too. Me and him have been talking about doing another debate, but the problem is we couldn't find anything we disagree on. But if he said that chronic Lyme wasn't a thing, I'll debate his ass on that all day, every day, because I fucking have chronic Lyme. So I can pull up my blood work and shit. It'll get spicy.
Dude, now that I've ruined Colombia, it's like impossible. There's no girls there anymore. There's no flights there. Airbnb isn't a thing. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, that wasn't cool.
Yeah, balls equals good. LMAO. Now that makes sense that it's a girl that's saying that, you know.
That's
now I know that she's actually a girl. Yeah, she's a big fan of balls.
If Destiny said that would be definitely a good starting point for debate. Oh, but I don't want to go too outside like game. Like I don't know. Like I don't want to start doing like political debates and shit. Like I
think it's fine, man. Like people or look, have you considered maybe making like a second alternate channel for like things not related to that?
The thing is that like I have a hard time just keeping up with my regular channel and my TikTok. And
Dude, a quarter of people watch anything you produce. 50% of people are just going to care about the game stuff. 25% can be about self-development and stuff outside of that. And then like a quarter could be about anything and they just love you. So they're going to watch you.
Yeah.
Yo, exactly. What's up, dude? Oh, this is one of my old buddies. Yo, just DM me on Instagram, man, and I'll give you my number. I just don't want to give it publicly right now. But Sir Alex Z, shoot me a DM and we'll connect. Oh, that's funny. We just discussed this. I don't think there's more to discuss. What? All right. Anything else you guys want to add before we close it out?
I want to see an Alex and Destiny debate on something I don't even care. So that's a perfect example. I don't know anything. Dude, I don't know anything about chronic Lyme at all. And honestly, I don't know.
One way I really like
you Clearly, you didn't watch my YouTube video today.
I know you've told me about the chronic Lyme thing, but I haven't.
Yeah. I dropped a video today about my Lyme disease story. It's very inspirational.
Oh, I'll give it a watch, man.
Yeah, it didn't do that well. I guess no one gives a shit about when I talk about serious things.
Yeah, Alex, where's your infields?
I have a whole bunch on the channel. Like I have over a dozen infields on my channel for free that everyone can see.
Yo, when I hit 100K sub, I want to do a 24-hour challenge. It sounds really bad, but I want to see how, like, if I just go out for 24 hours, how many times can I pull up, blah, blah, blah.
That'd be lit.
Why don't you have Julian on your?
I've reached out to him. He responded, but he said he's not doing any type of pickup or dating type of channels collabs. I would love to get him on. It wouldn't even be a debate. I would just love to ask him like some questions. But yeah, he's. I don't know. Man.
I wonder if he'd come on my channel.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yo, Alex, what do you think?
He's only doing like spiritual stuff now. I don't know. Fucking gay.
What do you think about this frame? The I was going to do it anyway. Do you want to join frame?
How would it go? Like you have to like explain.
So, for example, like, hey, I was going to bring my dog to the. I'm going to bring my dog to the dog park one day this week. Let me know if you want to join with your dog. Or hey, I got a new lens camera. I want to test it out soon. Let me know if you want to be my model. Get some free pics.
Literally, as you said the word dog, Rhaegar just perked up. What do I think about that? I think it's okay, but I think there's a high potential for the girl if she's like not super high investment to like be like, oh, cool, I'll let you know, and then she never lets you know. So I prefer going a little bit more direct and just being like, hey, we should get have a drink sometime soon. She agrees and be like, what's your schedule like? But for a chick who's like chasing you or who's high investment, then yeah, that's fine.
Oh, dude, that girl's so hot and she's so responsive.
Awesome. All right, guys. I say we call it. We've gone for 2.5 hours. But good stream. We've covered so much fucking shit. We covered text game. We covered your beef with John. We covered Ultimate Frisbee. We covered my crazy Boston fighting stories. We covered.
We didn't go deep enough in the Ultimate. We'll have to do that next time.
Yeah, that's like
We'll do an ultimate dedicated stream one of these days, Austin. I promise.
Well, you don't even know how a 3-man game works with a handler set. So
this just literally sounds like some gay guy shit, like a 3-man set with a handler. It just sounds like you're jerking off like 2 other dudes.
Listen, Alex, if you can't do a decent deep cut, then why the fuck would you even be a cutter?
I'm not a cutter. I don't know.
Are you more of a handler, or are you like you go back and forth?
Fab time.
Yeah. All right, time to cut it.
Yeah, let's call it.
It's fab time. Later, y'all. See you next week.
All right, guys. Peace.